To the first streamed edition of me running Cyberpunk Red slash it's kind of Cyberpunk 2020 still because anyways it's confusing. The Jumpstart kit is great, but we definitely want to expand beyond it. And I have a lot of old Cyberpunk materials that I want to use and haven't had a chance to use in a long time. So here we go. Um, we ran kind of a prologue bit on a Sunday game when I missed one of my Sunday D&D sessions. Andy, who is revising the role he played in that game as Shaker, a solo, will be playing right where he left off. So it was a couple of days ago that shootout happened. Basically, the fixer Grease, who you've been hanging out with and staying with for a time here, because his apartment is really primo. Good position in Night City. It's right where you'd want to be. Everything's within walking or driving a couple minutes tops distance, and the nightlife is right there. Jobs, fixers are all about the area, and it also has it boasts a nice opportunity of getting out of the denser portions of the city to South Night City, where a couple of folks that you're connected with happen to reside. So, Night City, as it stands, is kind of broken up into a few parts. The main downtown part is segmented itself into two parts. One is the reclamation area, where sometime, I think 10 or so years ago, from now, everybody's familiar with it, having lived through that. But there was a nuclear explosion in Arasaka Tower, a massive mega building, and the Arasaka Zaibatsu, or Mega Corporation, was to blame for that, or they weren't, depending on how you want to believe on it. The point of the matter is a lot of that portion of the city is kind of messed up because of the issue. I mean, it was still technically an aerial explosion for that nuke, that suitcase nuke that was exploded in that building. So not too much like destruction down below, but a lot of the area there is kind of left, and people are kind of trying to reclaim that area. Also, a lot of the docks to the north of that are basically where pirates reign and kind of take old materials and sell them out and about in the city on the streets. But you folks do whatever jobs you can get a hold of. You're all connected through the same individual, a fixer named Grease, and you've been called over to his apartment building to hang out while he kind of waits for a job. You don't have any leads or any promising notice of having a job coming or anything, but it's that, or walk around in Night City. So you can see too, some of you who weren't here, that there are some additions to the decor, specifically bullet holes. The windows were broken out. Looks like they've been covered over with plastic sheeting, kind of just glued in by a fellow individual, friend of yours named Torch, who happens to reside in an apartment across the way. He's the superintendent for the apartment complex. And you're all sitting about, just doing your, business. Grease is keeping an eye on his phone. The TV's playing. Looks like it's playing the Net 54 news, talking about, sounds like just typical news. Boring stuff, some word out of the combat zones. It's raining outside, which is causing the plastic sheeting to kind of rattle a bit with the wind. But yeah, you're sitting there idly watching, and just go ahead and tell me a bit about how you're perceiving your character and like what your character happens to be doing in this current situation. Andy, since you're the veteran, go ahead and tell us
Sure,
about Shaker.
I will. But before I do that, I just wanted to mention that I seems like I can control the other characters,
Yeah, everybody
but
can control everybody.
I can't see my own hit points. Like I can't access that.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Anywho, so Shaker is a solo. He's jacked out with tech. He has a cyber arm, um, and he can sort of he has like I guess implants in his eye as well, and cyber legs. He is definitely very focused on his weaponry. So, do I have one of those links, John, where like the gun is linked to my?
No, I don't think you have a smart gun link. No.
Okay. Anyway, so I'd be just
Actually,
making sure that
apologies. You have do you have a targeting cyber eye?
I have a cyber optic. Yes.
Yeah, so you would have I would assume you would have a link for cyber weaponry.
Okay. So I would just be paying a lot of attention to my weapons. And do I know the other people?
Yeah, so everybody here is familiar with everybody else, at least on a passing way. And I was actually going to lead into that. So, Shaker,
Mhm.
you've definitely worked with Grease before, and Mover, who's not in the room right now, but someone who is kind of newer to the group. It hasn't been along too long. Is an individual named 40 who's sitting not too far from you. Um, what was it like the first time you met 40, not knowing anything about her other than she is a rocker boy?
What was it like? Is she attractive?
She's yeah, fairly attractive, to be sure.
Okay. Then I'm going to imagine it was pleasant and maybe he would be interested.
Okay, so in response to that, flipping the script over to Kevin, you are relatively new to the group. You got into the group through Grease, who is the fixer, basically the guy who gets everybody together, gets people their stuff, is the one who connects the dots and the like. Um, and that's how you got into the group. And basically, he's trying to get you gigs, but at the same time, he's also trying to get you work, which is whatever a punk can do. It can be anything from moving objects, going and acquiring something, or scrapping with someone if need be. So that said, when you first met the group, was there anybody that stood out to you? Just knowing kind of idly what the people are like, or is there anything in particular about the group's dynamic in your mind that you're kind of thinking about objectively? Like, is there anybody here that you want to be friends with more than anyone else?
Well, I guess I spend most of my time trying to think of lyrics that will speak to the people. And, I try to hang out with people because, that's how you get to know the people. And these people seem all right. I mean, we got the nerd over there who likes to wear a Hawaiian shirt. You got the other nerd who thinks he's like James Bond or some old fashioned hitman. And then you got the other person over there. Everybody seems all right. But I'm just trying to be cool, trying to find out, what I can do, trying to get some lyrics, trying to talk to the people, do some jobs. But I don't necessarily need to look for any input or any output, anything really.
Sure.
I'm cool myself. I'm not really looking to hook up or anything.
So, fair enough. So you're keeping to yourself. You're focused more on your work. And is there anything else about like 40 in your mind, like how she projects to everybody else, that you want to kind of point out, or anything about
Oh,
her?
yes. I think uh, like the spirit that she looks to, an old rocker that she thought was really cool was Joan Jett. So she's kind of models her behavior toward Joan Jett. So she's, like a punk rocker. She wants to, you know, be real mean to people, yet party, have a good time. She doesn't really care what other people think. Screw you. Piss her off, she'll take a dump in your apartment.
Wow.
But she's definitely more into that slick chrome like rocker styles, like more so than like oldie kind of rock styles. I'm guessing.
Right. She plays
Okay.
modern music. Right.
And she's definitely had a couple of gigs in the time that she's been in the group, working at some locations. One of the main locations nearby is a club called the Astral Sea, which you've played twice in the last month. Not on a busy day, unfortunately, only on like a weekday, but still better gigs than you would have got without Grease helping you out. And the person who drove you to those gigs was Lucky, the Hawaiian shirted nerd that you just spoke about.
Exactly.
Lucky, you've had to drive her around. You definitely drove Grease around. You're not just in this group for, you know, your own sake, though. Like, you are already connected. You come with a lot of attachment already. So tell me, why are you trying to get invested with Greece and his group? And what's your goal, or what's your family's goal?
Well, I would say that our family is trying to secure some greater assets to help protect and move greater merch across the wastes, and keep those caravans a going, keep those goods flowing, and maybe well, not that anyone really wants the job, but get on the travel council and make a name for ourselves.
So you're basically moving merch in from like the west or the eastern portion of California, Nevada, and the like. You're dragging it from out east. You're not a nomad group that deals with piracy. You're not a nomad group that deals with city stuff. You're actually an outlander, and you're kind of one of them who's been elected to kind of go into the city and start making some tethers, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds good. And so, yeah, Lucky, I mean, you're definitely one of the more known guys. You definitely stand out with your attire, and
It's a
um,
shirt.
it's the shirt. And seeing that too, um, Red Eye, you are aware of everybody who's present, but your goals and your connections to Greece are your own. Um, he definitely has a utility for you. You're one of the only people who's willing to dive into the abyss, the unknown, the net that is now in the time of Red. Um, but what do you think? Anybody who's mentioned themselves already, Greece, or just talking about yourself, like what is your like? Why are you here? Why are you sitting in on this couch? Why are you in the group?
I'm here for a good time. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
Got
Super,
to do
super
something to stave
creepy.
off the boredom of with the real world. You know, dive into that net. Actually get some interesting action as opposed to whatever these plebes do.
Very good. And so, yeah, Greece definitely does have need for hacking and connectivity. And the data term or the data fortress of the apartment is something you're already kind of intimately familiar with, having come here a couple of times and having already popped into it a couple of times. Um, so, yeah, that said, we'll go ahead and move into it and go through a play-by-play.
Could I just add something real quick? So I didn't really answer your question in terms of what is my motivation, and so Shaker's motivation is he's like always motivated to get the next fix, which is basically more tech, and so he's kind of constantly transitioning to more and more technology, and I guess that costs a lot of money, right?
Yeah. So, pretty much the case. So you should be able to see the data fortress that I've built, the effective network of the apartment. So you're sitting in the login position, the first level, which is at the bottom. So this is a four-level structure, which is why it's 4 squares high. And then the next level has a control node, which is the blue thing. And to the left and to the right of that are the things that it controls: the sprinkler system and the fire alarm. And then if you move into the next level, you go to the next control node, which controls the elevators. You can stop them, or you can start them, or you can move them to where you want. And then the last level of this data fortress, the last level of this net, is another control node, which allows you to control the lights individually in every single apartment, however you desire. So, because of the time you've spent here, you have an absolute control of the building, more so than anybody else in the group could dare say. I'll go ahead and move us back to the apartment. If you were to log in to that net, that's the stuff you could play around with, and that's stuff you've already unlocked in the past. If you move into a net in the future, you'll have to breach and move your way through each of those levels. So that's an example of what that will look like when we get to it. Okay, so Shaker, you're in the back. You got your gun out on the kitchen counter. Probably next to it, like a bologna sandwich with mayo kind of spread out across it, and you're kind of every so often looking over to the TV, and you see on the TV that the news kind of is going, and then the screen just goes black, and this also catches Red Eye's attention. Um, Lucky, you're probably just messing with your agent, which by the way, for you guys,
I have one of those too.
for you guys who are new, your smartphones, an agent is your smartphone. Also, those people who are watching may not know. But you're probably just messing around on your agent. And 40, you're probably writing lyrics on paper, just sitting back there, hanging back. The screen goes black, and then you see an image of Shaker.
What?
Apparently, Shaker is performing some sort of wet works, dragging his knife across the throat of what appears to be a corpo, some individual. You think back to the job, and you remember doing it. You definitely killed the guy.
So this
and
perspective is from where? From like far away? Like I'm being observed far away?
Pretty close. You don't
Oh,
remember there being any cameras.
okay.
You remember doing the job, though. And looking at it, you kind of, realize, well, that's pretty good. Then the screen clicks again, and you see an image of a woman in shadow. She says, I am May, and that was you. This chip, and she holds up a shard, which is a type of computer chip, would be of great interest to certain corporates. I'm sure you'll agree. But I don't want your money. I want your help. She puts the chip out of view of the screen and kind of just looks into the screen at you. A woman will be calling on you in just a few moments. Help her tonight, and I'll see that this information is destroyed. If you fail to help her, or she comes to any harm at your hands, I will ensure that all interested parties receive this footage, and more. She pauses, taking a moment. Looks like she's thinking about what she's going to say next.
What's her name?
She said her name was May.
No, the woman's name we're supposed to protect.
Oh, she doesn't seem to be communicating with you. It seems to be recorded.
Okay.
Perhaps I should know better than to underestimate you. Believe me when I say that I mean you no harm. I've had this data for many months, and I would never have used it. But this is an emergency. Do me this favor, and perhaps one day I might be able to return it. With those words, she cuts the line. Screen goes black for a moment, and then returns back to the Net 54 news. Yeah, any questions you have before I move on to the next bit?
Yeah, what the hell's someone doing in my system?
Do you want to check and see how it happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an interface check.
18.
Red Eye slaps the deck onto the table, pulls the plugs out of it, and slides them into the coffee table, which is kind of a terminal, a data term. She kind of slides her goggles down, goes quiet for a second, and you start inspecting what's going on here. It seems that this is an exterior rip, and it looks like someone basically was doing it from well outside. Basically, it's transmittal, almost like someone was placing a phone call, but to your TV.
I want that.
You think you might be able to do it, but it would definitely require a decent place connection-wise to do it. Anybody else have any questions?
I'm sorry, I missed that. So she just sort of placed a call and it took over the broadcast?
He didn't. Red Eye didn't bring that information out and about, but yeah.
Okay.
She knows effectively how the call came into your TV screen.
So have we worked? Have we? So the group, the bunch of us have not worked together before, right?
You could have.
Okay. So I would basically say to the others, this is bad, and if we want to work together effectively, we kind of have to deal with this.
If you
Got
wanna-
somewhere for me to drive? I can drive. Let's go.
Okay.
If you want to make an intelligence check, Andy, and think about who the corpos might have been about, what corporation you might have been messing with, you can go ahead and make an intelligence check.
So I'm trying to. I can't click there's no way to click the straight stat.
Sure. Let me think here. Roll education.
I mean, he could just roll a D. Okay.
Roll education.
Yeah, sure.
I rolled a 9.
You're trying to place it, but you killed a lot of people over the last couple of months, and you can't think of
Ugh.
who they might have worked for. If she's right, and I mean, you're pretty sure it was a corpo, but you don't know what corporation it was, and you can only think of the worst right now, and you remember icing a corporate who happened to be affiliated with Militech, which is a very large private security
That's really bad.
arms firm.
Yeah, that's
And,
bad.
the person was on the outs anyways, but what was done was kind of a, under the radar kind of situation. One corporate kind of getting rid of another corporate to make themselves look better.
Okay. Can I? Okay. Do I remember who hired me to do this?
No, not that. Probably a job you got from Greece.
Okay.
Speaking of which, there's a chime. Grease kind of reaches over to the coffee table, hits a button. You see a camera sighting. Shows a woman on the screen. She appears to be wearing black leather, short black hair, kind of looking up at the screen. She says,
You cut out.
"Can you hear me? Can you hear me?"
Mhm.
Last I heard was short leather.
Short black hair, black leather coat, and also very pretty. And she looks up at the camera and says, "I'm Holly. Did May call you?"
So, does Matt's character have like the way to buzz her?
Grease does, if you guys want,
Okay.
want him to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Right.
All right.
Might as well.
Yeah, let her in.
Okay. So she comes up, and you let her in the front door. She looks to everybody. She looks nervous. She looks a little kind of defensive, and she's kind of looking you all over, just curious.
Hey, what was your name again?
Holly, and you?
Holly. My name is 40. Come here and sit next to me. These assholes won't touch you. They won't hurt you. They're good people, even though they're a bunch of dicks.
I know. And she says that as she's walking over to the table. She sits next to you. She kind of gives Shaker a look.
You know, you look a lot like Joan Jett, who is my absolute hero. So, you're awesome. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. I'm going to make sure nothing bad happens to you.
Sure, no problem. She smiles.
Gosh, 40. Always stealing the spotlight.
So,
Holly, don't worry. If you have anywhere you need to go, I'll get you there.
I do have somewhere I need to go, actually. I'm looking for a man with information. We've got a bit of a job we've got to do.
So this is an emergency, hey?
Yeah. The sooner we leave, the better.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what we need to do?
Not right now.
Lucky was like starting to walk towards the door to go, and like quickly jerks around us. Right, hear more. Sounds good.
Okay, well, I guess we're not gonna learn anything now. So, yeah, let's go.
If you want more information, I suppose I can give you. So, I'm trying to rescue a friend. He's trapped at a corporation's building, and I've got to get in. I've got to get to the president of the corporation's data term, and I've got to let him out. And we have to raid their building. I don't care who on their side dies, so long as we get my friend out. His
And you have the skills to hack the data terminal?
I don't, she says as she looks over to Red Eye.
Okay. And are you sure you'd want to go inside with us?
Oh, no. I didn't say I was going in.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Well, yeah. But I will help you gather some information so you don't go in there blindly, unless that's what you want to do.
No, we would like information about the layout of the building and its tech.
Sure. So, I'm gonna go talk to a friend of mine. He might be able to help you rescue my friend a bit more cleanly. Otherwise, it might be a problem. You might not have the means to get him out.
Who's this friend?
His name's Spats.
Spats?
Yep. Spats.
Okay.
She nods her head. So, another thing is we don't have much time. So we gotta get moving. She looks at Lucky and starts heading towards the door.
He knows how to drive fast.
That I do.
That'll be
Pretty good
helpful.
at it.
Great. So let's get moving. She heads out the door, and if you follow, she heads back out onto the street. It is indeed raining out there in the world, and you can see
All right,
your
who's
vehicle.
got something I can stick over my stuff? Don't want it wet.
You can see your.
I go and I slide across the roof of the hood of the car to get to the driver's side. All right, let's do this.
Magnum PI style.
I toggle the fuzzy dice hanging from the mirror, you know, Lucky and all that. All right, Falcor, let's go.
Falcor.
She sits in the passenger side, not caring if anybody else is trying to do it. And there's plenty of room for everybody else to sit in the back. As you're heading down into the vehicle, you hear a voice from behind you, Shaker. Hey, you want a job? And you see Mover coming down the stairs with his rifle slung over his shoulder.
Yeah, we could use you.
All right, yeah, I'm in. He hops in the car.
Right.
Movers and shakers.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly time.
You guys get into the
Hey,
vehicle.
not sit on that.
She looks over to. Okay. I won't. She looks over to the driver and says, "You know where Barry's is?" And you think about it, and it's a bar you frequented it before. It's not too far off.
Yeah, I know berries.
All right. Well, that's where we're headed. Take a
All right,
nice,
be there in no
calm
time.
stroll. Andy, go ahead and roll a d20 for me, or not d20, d20. What am I talking about? Just roll.
What
a
do we
d10.
roll here?
Roll a d10, man. Wow, I don't even
Real
know.
quick, John, I saw on the rolls they're saying rolling 1d8 on the two things that have happened so far.
Have they?
1d8 plus 1 plus 6 plus 7, 1d8 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2.
Yeah, mine does say a D8. That is true.
It's supposed to be a D10.
It's supposed to be a D10.
I'll look into that later.
I rolled a 5.
It's really strange.
Isn't it though?
Okay, five's fine. As you're driving past, you pass some cars, passing some folks. Nothing crazy. No familiar-looking people or folks that might be affiliated with the guy who's trying to steal the apartment. And you head on your way to Barry's. You pull up, and as you arrive, she kind of pops out of the vehicle, as everyone else is doing so as well. And you can see that there's kind of a dark alleyway between Barry's and like another building that you never really looked down or cared about. But she seems to be looking down it quite intensively. And as she starts to walk towards it, and you others follow, you hear kind of a "Ugh!" come from down there, and she runs straight into the shadows of the alleyway, and reaches the corner before you guys have even had a chance to make a move. Seems like there's kind of something going on that's not your business, so why would you mess with that? Street instinct, don't get involved. But she is your problem, and she rushes in towards it. When she looks down the alleyway around that corner, she screams, "Leave him alone, fuckers!" and pulls out a gun and starts shooting it down the way.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on a
I like
second.
this bitch.
I think she's
I would-
fine on her own.
Motion to move her and to get out of the car with me and go.
Okay.
I'd run out too, pulling my big ass pistol out.
So what I would want to do is like slam the gas real quick to pull up and throw on the brights to like try to
Oh.
blind the people
So you're
in
actually
front of her.
turning and like shooting the light down the hall. Oh, that's nice. Make a driving check.
Will do. 23.
Nail it. Perfect. On the nose.
Nice.
You do a perfect just half 3 and boom. Solid. You can see down the line as Mover and Shaker move to the sides, just basically squaring off on the sides of the alleyway with her in the middle, that there are about 5 dudes just wailing on this other guy. And it looks like 2 other dudes are trying to open this metal door that seems to be connected to the back of Barry's the pub, this bar. Since you guys have basically caught them off guard and they're doing their own shit, I'm assuming you're going straight to fight mode. Is that right?
I mean, we're there to support her. She's fighting. That's what we do.
So you see one of the 5 actually fall as she scoops him. Like, basically, her shot cleaned his clock, and he falls to the ground, blood spiraling from the back side of his head. The other 4 are kind of looking at the lights and are kind of like doing this. But yeah, go ahead and take your actions if you are acting at this point. So Mover will act in the same fashion as Shaker. So Shaker, what are you doing?
I would sort of pull into position and range and have my assault rifle.
Okay.
And I would just go ahead and fire it off at as many, whatever I could do.
And that's the assault rifle you took off the corpse of the private security guy last time, right?
Probably.
Yep. All right, take the shot.
So I'm going to do
You'll
a...
make a marksmanship check first to see
yes.
if you hit. And they're about 20 feet or 20 meters away. So I don't think.
Okay, I rolled a 15.
Well, you rolled a fumble, and it looks like it did automatically throw the. It automatically threw the second roll. So. Yep. Okay, that math checks out. So yeah, that's a miss. Let me double check. You're going full auto, right?
What's better for accuracy?
Well, you probably would have gone 3-shot burst.
Okay.
Accuracy plus damage. That's the best way to go. Sorry, let me get my cheat sheet here.
No worries. Take your time. Not a good start.
Oh yeah, bad roll, bad roll.
Yeah.
Never tell me the odds.
Because then I can't be that lucky.
Look, he's already been lucky.
Yeah, don't tell me the odds. I'll tell you them.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
are shooting at about, I'd say it's more like 10 meters. It's 30 or 40 feet. Yeah. And so automatic fire at 10-meter range. Target number is 12. So, yeah, that still hits.
Okay.
It wasn't the worst
Man.
one. So go ahead and you hit by 3, so you'll be rolling damage 3 times. And you didn't declare a target, so it's just going body. So go ahead and roll it.
Whew.
The lights
How's that?
are showing perfectly clear as the guy's got his hand up like this. You watch as one bullet rips through his palm and slams into his neck. The next bullet, being a bit lower as he drops the recoil, slams him in the chest, and the third one kind of hitting near the sternum. Just red mist flying off the guy in the bright light and just shining, like, in the headlights as he falls backwards near the guy they were beating up, who has a panicked look on his face.
Could I take movement then?
Yeah, you can duck behind the cover. Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, that's not what I want to do.
Okay.
Thank you. I want to throw myself in front of her though,
Oh, okay.
to sort of shield her.
Yeah, no problem. Mover will shoot downrange. and you see him basically, his rifle a little bit higher quality than the private security rifle you picked up. 1, 2, and 3. Puts down another one of the remaining individuals. So that would be a total of 2 left and 2 at the door. Okay. In response to this,
No, I going.
go ahead. You are going in as well.
Yeah, you see me walk up, pull a humongous pistol from somewhere. You don't even know where the hell she had it, because she's hardly wearing any clothes.
Real quick note.
And then she,
Well, real quick.
Don't want to know.
Real quick note. You can call
Yep.
shots as long as you're calling a shot for the head. And the head just creates a higher target number to hit. It's harder to hit, but more damage. If you hit a head, any actual damage that gets into the head is doubled.
what she's gonna say, I am gonna say, today's your lucky day, you corpo scumbag, and just blow. She makes up her own stories here. You know, that's what she does.
Yeah.
And then she rolls an 18 for the people at home, which is pretty
Were you shooting
good.
for the head or no?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This is Cyberpunk. This is what you do. You go big
Nice,
or
Kevin.
go home.
All right. So that'll still hit.
And then she takes her guitar out and goes, beep.
No,
you know.
too much.
Too
No.
much.
So that'll still hit the head. So go ahead and roll damage with the gun
Nice.
and double it, as he is not wearing any sort of helmet.
Damage with the gun. 17 damage for the people at home.
Okay.
That's pretty
So
good.
You watch his head just explode. Pieces of skin weave and metal kind of pop out of his head as he flies to the ground and hits hard.
Yeah, and then
Then I say, you all better fucking run.
There's still 3 guys, 2 at the door and 1 above the guy, looking like, the tides have turned amazingly. And you were saying, Red Eye?
yeah. So I mean, what they say, when in Rome, take
Also
out the pistol and
Okay.
take a shot. Because
Marksmanship check first.
all right, marksmanship.
Yeah, you're going for the head
is-
is just for a hit.
Are you kidding me? I barely even know how to pull the trigger. I'm going to be lucky if I hit the leg. That's a 13.
You do miss.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just sort of like, I'm not even looking. I just pull the gun out, just like looking around, shooting.
So
And
a bunch of bullets go down range, most of them hitting their targets. The 1 guy remaining and the 2 guys at the door kind of see the situation as it stands. So at this point, I'm going to have them try to run away. If it's your goal to follow up, then you basically butcher them before they escape. But if you want to let them go, that's fine too. Which would you prefer?
So we don't know what's going on here. So I guess Shaker would look to Holly and see what she wants to do.
She, after taking her shot, sees him start to scamper. She's not shooting again.
Okay, then I guess that's it.
I would like to take another shot just because
Yeah,
As it's you.
I think I'm jumping in on this.
that's a 14. Again, just
Drive the
aiming
car
body,
into them.
Not aiming head.
The only problem with driving the car is I'm going to hit the guy we're trying to
I
save.
know.
So, does it look like if I took out my shotgun, I could aim in a way that it would shoot over the? Okay, shotgun
Also,
is it's blowing everyone
You're
up.
also really far away from everybody. Like, 'cause
Oh,
you're,
okay.
You're behind the people who are shooting, who are then 10 meters out from the target.
I did my job with the blinding light.
You make the car go like this.
They run.
So wait, does a
Yeah.
14 hit or miss? I didn't hear what the.
No, 14 missed. 15 is your target.
Okay.
With that pistol.
Gotcha.
So you guys are kind of watching the situation unfold, and you see that there's a guy kind of trying to pick himself up off the ground. Holly rushes into the dark, moves over to him, slides her gun back.
Do we
inside-
shoot him too?
Slides her coat back into her gun, or slides her gun back into her coat, because I just did the reverse of that for some reason, and moves over to him, kind of looking to him. You all right, Huey? Starts to help him up off the ground. He kind of, yeah. The hell are you doing here, Holly? You guys move into the area, I presume. And he says, "Shit. What the? Who are these guys?" May hired him. He kind of goes, okay, okay. Are you here for the box? Yeah, that's what we're here for. Looks to Red Eye, and then looks to the rest of the group. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, come with me. Walks over to the door, pulls out his key. It looks like a key fob actually. Kind of puts it up to the door, and then presses specific buttons on the fob, and then opens the door. And as he enter into it, it smells nasty in here. It smells real bad. You kind of move into some stairs that kind of go up and over the top of the bar, you presume. And he leads you up the darkened staircase, warning you about the dodgy steps as you're moving up the way. The lights don't seem to work. They do appear to have lights, kind of mounted in like the, placements up above, but they don't seem to be working. And yeah, it's a bit treacherous if you don't have low light, but otherwise you seem to be doing fine. Comes up to an open plan kind of apartment. Looks like it's covered with all sorts of different kind of like signs and stuff from older times. Looks like a lot of this is reclamation from the red area. Just street signs that have been taken and put up on his wall. It kind of looks like the explosion, like an explosion of like a tech factory too. So you've got like all of these nostalgic bits, signs from old restaurants, buildings, and stuff, street signs and the like. But then you also have like old computers and bits, like the wire, tapes just kind of stranding off. Old CRTs that have been kind of broken open. Looks like a hot mess of just junk. But Red Eye, as you're kind of scooping through and looking through this stuff, it looks like it's a bit more organized than an untrained professional. Another punk might be able to reference. And yeah, it looks like a lot of electronic junk to everybody else. Screen casings, old towers, bits of hard drive, broken up and apart. He walks over to.
Just out of curiosity, is there anything particularly interesting in this pile of junk?
Nothing worth taking. Like your deck is pretty tight. His stuff looks like it's just kind of older. Like maybe for nostalgic purposes. Like if you have anything like that.
I would tell him that I like all his old retro signs and stuff. It's really cool, but too bad it smells like ass and BO in this place.
Doesn't smell too bad in here now, actually. Like
in the entrance, it did.
Yeah, it definitely smelled bad in the stairwell for some reason.
You gotta clean that shit up.
John,
Holly,
would it have been possible to back my car into the alley so it's like ready to go?
Yeah.
And could I just be sitting in my car like listening to Junior's mixtape?
You would know that staying outside with people out and about might be a bad idea.
Oh, okay.
You would have to try and run to go and get help, or hope that your car doesn't get shredded. So if those guys went to go get help, you'd rather be with your group than not.
Okay.
Or
I was thinking I might be.
Or do you?
I was thinking I could call them on my Sal or honk the horn.
Fair enough. If you want to park right in front of the door, because you'd literally be like maybe a 5-foot gap between you and the wall is like what you're effectively creating. So like they're gonna know that you're affiliated with that door because you're right near it.
Oh, okay. So by doing that, my car is a target. If I just leave it on the street, I might be okay. To leave it there and go into the group. Gotcha. I want to keep Falcor in safety. So anything that makes
Falcor.
It is Falcor.
All right.
Oh, and I wield Atreyu and Moonchild.
I'm in.
So all right, so I would have parked Falcor somewhere where it's like seems like a safe location. It's kind of inconspicuous, and I would have walked in there. And I'm just sort of like looking around, like.
All right, so you're in there, and you're seeing some stuff too. You're actually seeing some car parts as well, kind of mixed into this stuff. So this guy appears to be some kind of old techie or some type like that. Holly kind of stands in the center of the room as this Huey guy kind of disappears into the back. And she kind of turns to look to you guys and she says, "All right, I didn't tell you the full story before. I think I got it now. Spats was a netrunner friend of mine, and also a friend of Huey's for a long time. He was quite a character. Well, 2 years ago, we made a raid on Landtech Security Division after a tip from a fixer we knew. Only 3 of us made it out, and Spats wasn't one of them. We found him dead, sprawled out across a burnt-out deck. Riley sold his body, and we split the money. That's the background. Spats died 2 years ago, but I got a vid call from him just a few hours ago. He's still dead. Thing is, Lantex has his personality on file in their database.
Just out of curiosity, does the name Spat sound at all familiar to me? Like any familiarity with other netrunners or?
Make a roll a d10.
Roll a d10. All right, let me actually.
Yeah, we'll go the reputation route on this one.
Reputation?
It's a old Cyberpunk 2020 deal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you've heard of Spats. Spats isn't like a notorious, like super good netrunner, but he did some odd jobs with a couple of folks. An individual named Caitlin, who is sisters with an individual named Holly, and you know that they also hung with. They did some jobs for Mr. Cyrus Redblock, also known just as Redblock, who was a fixer in the area. He used to hang with a gang back in the 2020s called the Red Rings. Before the Red Rings mega building was dusted by Militech fighter jets. Basically, a weird situation that nobody knows how that happened or why that would have happened. It's just a crazy thing that happened. Yeah, he's not a big deal, but he definitely had some tight circles. But yeah, he went dark about 2 years ago. He says that's the background. He died 2 years ago, calling me. Thing is, Landtech has his personality on the file in their database. We can't go in through the net because if we try to do so from outside, just like everyone else, you've got those rabbits and you've got all the problems. I wish it were so easy. I wish it was like that. But it's not. They've got a pretty tight fortress, and we have to go tonight because if they know that he's there and he's connected, they might wipe him and take him out. But apparently he's gotten some form of sentience, I guess, enough to make a phone call. And this isn't an uncommon thing. People who brain dance get caught up in this stuff. There's rumors that all sorts of things have happened like this, and I just feel like if we can get him into that box that she says is Huey's kind of coming out with a weird, basically block of hard drives interconnected around what appears to be just an old hybrid car battery. If we can get him into that, then maybe we can get him home. So Huey here is going to provide the hardware, and he thinks that you might be able to perform the extraction. Kind of looks over to you, Red Eye.
Yeah, I can do it. I'll be fun. I'll be
Right.
fun.
If we can get you termed up and you can get him moved out, great. From what I understand, though, it's going to happen from the president's desk because it's going to have to be high administration rights, and it's going to be hard to hack from any data term that's in the building, just based on what I'm being told.
I'll just make it more fun to maybe have a little surprise for the president then.
Sure. Yeah, and we've only got a couple hours to do this, and yeah, if if you're hesitant, if you're nervous, I mean, if you're wanting to back out, and you can see that she's looking at you nervous as well. Then, yeah, she slides a shard out onto the table near her. These are the plans of the floors that Huey told me about. This is the information we got from our last run. So a shard can be inputted into an interface plug if you have one, so you can kind of see what you're looking at. And this building is 12 stories, not very large compared to other buildings. It looks like she has information on the second floor and the 12th floor. No, sorry, the first floor and the 12th floor. The 12th floor appears to be office space with 2 elevators running up from the first floor that come up to it. Looks like one of those elevators makes it to the roof, one of them doesn't. And looks like the president's office is against a large window. Yeah. And as you're kind of going through it, this is where I leave it open to you guys. I'm basically just going to ask you what you want to do. You know where the building's located in the city, and you know what the first floor and the 12th floor look like. Basically office space. The first floor has a security detail, but it doesn't look like it's anything more than private security.
So during that whole conversation, Lucky kind of saw car parts, found something to put them in, started like scavenging through, like, ooh, I could use this, I could use that. Ooh, this will help Falker out right here. And I'm kind of oblivious until you guys call me back in, collecting things.
All right.
Do we know what private security company they use?
That would be some researching, but yeah, you could definitely check into that.
So one option instead of just storming in there is to be more sneaky. If we could find out what security company they have, we might be able to pose as them.
She says we've got a pretty limited window, so
Okay.
if you can do it quickly, that's fine, but otherwise...
So I would ask Red Eye if he can quickly see if he can gather that kind of information. What do you think? Tim.
You can make a local expert check if you want to see if you can't think about who might be running security in that specific area.
Turn it back on.
Do you want to do that, Matt? I think that
Yeah.
that's more your
Yeah.
thing.
Local expert, you said?
Yeah.
Oof. I've got like nothing in there almost. Looks like I'll give it a shot. Ah, that's 14. It's not terrible, I think. I don't know.
Okay. Thinking about it, it's probably just some private firm, nothing big.
Yeah. Shouldn't be, Yeah.
You know that Landtac is kind of its own private, it's like an electronic security company. They probably have their own staff, or they're hiring out to a local firm.
All right.
Hey, you guys notice that 40 isn't really paying much attention when they're talking all this strategy stuff. But you see her, she gets her guitar, which she has on her back usually, swings it out in front of her, and she said, when I saw that asshole's head explode in the alley, it made me think of something. It reminded me of one of my heroes, Joan Jett. And she starts playing Cherry Bomb. And she's like, my next song, I'm
I
gonna
love
sample
it.
that song. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna do performance roles and see how if I just blow these guys away.
All right.
I love it.
For the people at home, I rolled a 10, which is actually the minimum
Critical
I can roll.
fail.
So
No.
it's
Oh,
bad.
sorry, Gil.
It's not the minimum you can roll, because how
Right.
fumbles work in this is when you roll a 1, you're actually rolling a second d10 and subtracting that second d10 from your result. So you actually
Ooh.
get a 1 minus a d10. And so
Nice.
if you roll a 10, you get a 10, plus a D10. That's how it works. So yeah, 10 is the result, which is really bad still. She
Well,
definitely
I'm not
just
in my
sounds.
normal environment.
She sounds like she's very emotional and she's not plugged in, so it's kind of just like ding 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 ding. She just sounds out of it. But
Nice
Fuck.
try though. That's cool.
Shut
Oh,
up,
she
assholes.
gets my
I'm working
attention.
on it.
she gets everybody's attention. Huey looks to Holly and says, "Are you going in this time?" She says, "I think I might. I don't know. They seem like they're pretty well stocked. They might be fine by themselves. We'll see." And he says,
Wait,
well, "If you do, you just be careful. Last time we went in there, not everybody made it out. I don't know these folks, but I don't wish anything ill upon them. Hopefully you can leave with a bit more numbers than you did last time, yeah? I'll do what I can."
Yeah, don't worry about us. We'll be fine, darling. We'll be
So-
fine.
We're
After
not
getting
idiots.
like pulled out of my like intense like geeking out on car parts, I'm like from that rendition of something. So what do we got going on here? Is there trying to infiltrate the building? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I just see the schematics.
Holly says, "Yeah, that's about right."
So is there any way, Reddy, that you could make like a false alarm or something somewhere, distract them, get them all to go one way while we go the other?
I could distract them.
Well, the idea is to stay together, but
Well, we got to get moving. We can do better surveillance on the building from there. Let's get going.
all right, sounds
She
good to me.
Heads back down the steps, carefully.
I pick up my crate of car parts.
Huey goes, "What are you doing?"
Hey, nerd, don't steal his stuff, man. Come
Oh.
on.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize. I just saw some things that could have helped Falcor out, but I'll leave him here. Sorry about that. Or
Yeah.
could I have him? Could I have him for helping out?
No, sorry, those are mine.
All right.
Just out of curiosity,
He walks over
while
to
they're
you,
just
and he says, "If you make sure Holly comes back alive, you can have that whole box."
All right. I'll leave it right here
Oh.
for when we see you tonight.
All right.
while he's distracted with that, just because I do have a slight fascination with old tech every once in a while, is there something small from the tech pile that I can just sort of grab and just discreetly shove in my pocket as I walk out?
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
18.
Nice.
You think you
That's
managed.
with a D8.
You think you managed to pick up like a hard drive portion for a deck, basically allowing you to kind of maybe install a new program onto your deck. You're pretty sure you could just like plug and play this onto your own deck. Not sure what's on it, and check it out if you want.
I'm not going to worry about checking it out right now. Just
Maybe it's the Black Hearts.
All right, you guys head back down to the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna go.
No crazy individuals have taken over the vehicle or anything. Nobody's outside. You hear the door lock pretty soundly behind you, and Holly starts walking towards the car, hops into the passenger seat, and everybody hops in besides. And she says, "You know where to go, right?" And you have an idea of where the Land Tech building is.
Yeah.
All right.
He's out of here. If you burn rubber, you're going to spray blood all over the underside of your car.
He's not that deep into it. But yeah, he drives over to the Land Tech building. When you get there, are you wanting to? What are you wanting to do? Do you want to park near it? Park away from it? Like, what's the plan, park wise?
As we get close, I try to like, park like in between like street lights or whatever, so that's somewhat shadowed. And I want to park some distance away until we decide if, for the surveillance part, if we do a little bit of surveillance first, and then from there, I'll decide if I want to get closer for quick getaways or not.
Sure. Okay.
The idea is
Hey,
first
nerd.
stealth, and then expediency later if
Uh,
needed.
Drop me off close, nerd. These boots are made for walking, but I'm not walking that far. I mean, come on.
The whole point is to, be incognito, so we kind of get a read on these
Hey.
guys.
I'm not
Yeah.
worried about getting killed here. Now, you guys should be if you're sneaking into this building. I think I'll walk right in the front door and just say, "Hey, where's the party?" It's worked for me before.
Well, like you said, those boots were made for walking, so there you go. Toodaloos.
Yeah. Yeah, walk on over to
Man.
that front door. Have fun.
Mover, shaker. What do you get from this building?
Mover kind of just looks to Shaker.
So would combat sense be a thing that would help?
No. We're looking at perception, I think. Hold
Okay,
on.
yeah, perception.
Yeah, perception on this.
Nice.
18.
So we're looking at that front door. Pretty massive. Looks like it is a series of 4 sliding glass doors that kind of automatically slide away when somebody walks up to them, and basically is within inches of touching them, and then they slide away. So you can see into the front lobby. It looks like there is a reception desk, kind of a front desk in the reception area. 2 elevators just behind that way, and what look to be about 4 doors on the back wall, which is like all kind of stone, and then the Lentech logo is kind of over top of them. The 4 doors vary in size, and it almost looks a bit tacky, but it definitely denotes that they're different. There's a total of 5 doors, apologies. 2 doors in the middle appear to be a men's and a woman's bathroom. To the right of that, you can see a symbol which kind of denotes it as a security station. Just near that, you can actually see a data term, a connection point to the building's data fortress, kind of just sitting near the security door. There seems to be just another door that's unmarked, but seems to be the main door for this floor. And on the left side, there's just kind of a door that's almost identical to the bathroom doors, except that it has no markings for men's or women's restroom.
Okay. I would definitely relay all that information.
Okay.
Is it possible we could see people going into the bathrooms and then jump them and take their security card or something? I don't know how security
If you're kind of
works
sitting there
in this
watching
world.
it for a little while, you kind of look at your watch, and it does look dark outside, and it does look like it's like, late, but it's only about 4:30. So your presumption is that these people are still working. So the only people you're seeing in the lobby is every so often you'll see the security door open, and a single security individual dressed in kind of like a fine black suit, white undershirt, red tie, kind of walk out with a submachine gun strapped under shoulder, kind of walk around, do a scan, go over, and appears to be flirting with the gentleman at the front desk. And they seem to be having kind of some sort of, happy conversation. And yeah, there's a single gentleman at the front desk, younger looking guy. Looks like he's got a lot of work done cybernetically, or, his features have been augmented to make him look a lot more posh. You can definitely see the cyber lines, so that's for sure. But yeah, that's what you're looking at.
Hey, ready. Red Eye. Anywhere you can jack in. Maybe our in can be you see if anyone placed like an outgoing order for something. I can come in as delivery guy.
I mean, terminal I see right now, it's right by the security desk. I could,
wow.
but not sure that's the greatest way to make my appearance, unless you really want me to.
Well, maybe not if you're talking like that, but all right. Well,
Are you sure?
what if we just pretend that someone placed a delivery, fake it, and
Mover,
once we get close, pull out pistols and bam, right in the head.
Mover chimes in and he says, "Hey, if you need backup, I can watch your back. You want to get on that data term? How do you make sure that door stays closed?"
What do you think? Sound like a plan? I mean, that's the allowed option. Not
I
quite
could
stealthy.
distract people.
Well, I don't know how. Seems like your distraction might not be what they're digging, but you know, you can try. A singing telegram. How about that?
Come up with your plans. Tell me what you want to do.
I mean, this is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. But you guys all get out of the car. I throw Falcor into reverse, smash open the door, and then drive away and get them to chase me. And then while they're distracted with me, you hop in and do your business. Terrible idea. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Really quick.
That is terrible.
They had floor plans for the first and the 12th floor, right?
Yep.
Are there any other entrances on the first floor in those plans?
Yep. So that door that looks like it's a bathroom door leads to a long hallway. On the back of the building, there is a loading bay.
That's the way.
And it appears that that long hallway runs alongside 3 other rooms. According to what you've got on the floor plans here, the other rooms that are present there also move adjacent to the hallway that runs behind the door that looks like it's important. And basically, those 2 hallways run perpendicular back to the back end of the building. It looks like you could get in through the loading bay. It doesn't look like the security office is placed in a way that it can get people quickly from that security office to the loading bay. So your presumption is whatever they're loading and unloading at that point isn't secure material. It's not stuff that needs to be secured.
So let's deliver our package in the back.
Holly
Yep.
pulls her gun out and kind of looks towards the door. Let's just fucking go in.
Well, you know what they say about discretion. You either have it or you're fucked in the face.
I like that one,
That's what
Red
they
Eye.
say.
I heard it before.
I've heard
Me
that.
too.
Holly kind of.
Hold on, Holly. These guys are thinking. They do that a lot, but sometimes they come up with pretty good ideas.
Sure.
And sometimes we're fucked.
Fine. Do me a quick favor. Anybody who wants to, just go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
Sure.
12 this time? No. You're into your
Oh,
music.
wow.
Your
I
rolls
rolled
just keep getting worse and worse.
Did I roll a
14.
No, they
19?
are worse. Hey, I blew
I
somebody's
rolled a
fucking head today.
19.
So,
I called my shot.
Matt, Red Eye's kind of thinking about this situation, and you know the story. You've listened to the backstory of how this goes. Holly's been in that building. People died with her, and she escaped. You're pretty sure that they probably have surveillance cameras, and they probably have like a registrar of people who, if they walk into the building, would be shoot on sight. And Holly's talking about wanting to go in with you guys.
Not good.
Yeah. Maybe you should stay out here, Dollface. I don't know why I just called you Dollface. I know, it's weird.
That's something I would
been
say.
reading- I've been reading old books. I've been reading old books a lot.
Whatever, Cyclops.
You're fucking funny, Red Eye.
She.
You think I'm a Cyclops?
Why do you think?
Uh,
I mean, I'm going in, or do you want me to stay out?
I mean, they might have camera footage of you from your last visitation. You know, when you came in with a couple of people and they didn't leave and you did. You know, I'm just thinking. Just thinking.
Okay. She backs off and stays quiet, taking the DM out of the equation.
But you have the most important job of making sure Falcor's okay. Keep an eye on him while we're in there.
Okay.
Yeah. And Lucky, don't fart so fucking much when she's waiting in the car with you, okay?
Who said he was waiting in the car?
Moonchild
You
on
are a
Trey has some work.
strange person.
Moonchild and Trey, you have some work to do. He says as he pulls his gun down. And Holly says, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Let's go.
Well, see, we want to get like 2 steps in before we have to start shooting. You know, with you there, it's guns a-blazing from the get-go. We want to be guns a-blazing only when we
We were
leave.
just talking about driving through the front glass windows.
I did preface that with it was a terrible idea. I knew
Yeah.
it was. Just throwing it out there. See what sticks.
She
He's
shrugs.
been watching a lot of old movies. I've been getting some good classics.
Like Terminator.
Like RoboCop remake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
RoboCop 5.
RoboCop remake.
Hey, RoboCop 5 was not a terrible movie. RoboCop 6, however, I tell you, I don't know what the heck they were doing in Russia boxing.
Nice.
I don't know what they were doing in Russia boxing.
Shaker's back there with his guns going, please make it stop.
So,
Hey,
what's
when
the
you're
plan?
when you hear, yeah, what's the plan, Shaker?
Do we have information about when things are delivered to this place? Could he hack into a system back here? Is there a term?
There's
Doesn't
a
appear to be.
terminal we saw.
The only data term on the first floor that you saw is next to the elevators.
Wait. Did
And
you
the
just say
security.
he? You do
Sorry.
realize I'm a lady, right?
Sorry, I apologize.
Sorry.
The only information that Red Eye has is the data term on the first floor is adjacent to the security door and adjacent to the elevators.
How long do you need at the security terminal, Red Eye?
I mean, it depends. Maybe just a couple of seconds, maybe longer.
Is the loading bay? Is there like a door that's down?
Do you want to walk around to the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, once you get to the back of the building, you can see that it's probably about maybe 30 or so feet between it and the back of the next building. The back of the next building doesn't appear to have any kind of stuff to it, and it looks like it's just kind of like an office building over there. But there appears to be kind of a divot down into the earth that leads to kind of like a 20-foot recess into the ground. And you can see that there's a loading bay kind of set inside of the bottom of the building there. And it looks like basically a truck would basically back in and bump against the large rubber bumper at the base, and stuff would just be loaded right out of the back of a truck. The door appears to be down. Looks like it's made out of just good old-fashioned tin, like a rolling door. And it looks like it has a couple of glass or plastic viewports.
Would Lucky's car be able to bash through it?
No. So like you'd be slamming into concrete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doc.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try to infiltrate at that spot if we're quick enough.
Well, but the door is closed.
If we could just knock the
We
windows
need a way
out,
to
you
get
could
them to
throw
open
me
it up.
through.
No, they're like little tiny windows, just like viewing holes.
Oh, they're not like big enough to fit a person in it.
No. And they're made out of plastic, it looks like.
So we either wait until another vehicle comes to make a delivery, and you said there's a building adjacent to it.
Yeah.
We can get into the adjacent. What is the adjacent building? Is it heavily like secured?
If you walk around to the front of that building, you see that it's an office building. It looks like it's closed. And it looks like it's got several signs that say for lease. It's leasing space.
Yeah, this is it. Does it have a terminal? Like,
It doesn't appear to have a data term.
okay, so what? So we get into this building. How far away is it from the other?
30 feet. And it's on the
Yeah.
back end of the building. So
Is
basically,
it the same length?
Yeah, and if you look straight up in between the two buildings, you see that there are a couple of points where they connect with air or skyways.
Is it? So we get into the adjacent building that's unoccupied, and we make our way over to the building that we want to get into. What do you?
Make a perception check for me.
Sure. I rolled really, really bad. I rolled a 1.
And a lot lower than a 1, yeah. So yeah, you rolled a 1 and then an 8. So you effectively rolled a -7.
Not good.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. You think that's a great idea?
I think it's a great idea.
Well,
Let's do it.
Here, I got an idea. Just give me a second. I got to make a call. John, I want to ring up my family to see if someone might happen to be currently driving a delivery truck that we could at least, fake it as backing in, so at least open it up to see what's going on.
Yeah, go
What's
ahead
getting unloaded?
and roll a just roll a family check.
No, the dweeb has a good idea.
17.
I like it.
Hey, Lucky, what's up? It's Burgundy. What's going on?
Burgundy. I got a job. Might help the fam out with some cred, you know, and moving on up.
Where you
Is anyone
located?
running a delivery truck right now that I could requisition to come back up to what's the name of this company again?
Yes, slides downtown right now with it's a maintenance truck. It's not a delivery truck. Will that work?
Oh, yeah. That might even be less conspicuous. We can make up some bullcrap about, you know, something going wrong. We got to fix it.
Yeah, all right. What's your location?
I tell them the is it
Land
Line
Tech
Tech?
building.
Land Tech. Back
Yeah.
in the Land Tech building.
Yeah, let's see if I can get them out there. Might be about 10, 20 minutes.
All right. Good
All
job.
right.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay.
All right, guys. I got my fam. We're coming in through for you. Got a maintenance truck coming. We're gonna back it up. They're gonna open it up. They're gonna ask us why we're there. We're gonna tell them that we're here to fix something. Red Eye, you can probably do the technical jargon a lot better than I can.
Yeah.
With the data lines,
Got
and yeah, we get in, and if they get conspicuous, we start guns blazing.
Lucky,
Shoot
make
some
a
heads.
make a perception check.
All right. Let me see my int. We're just gonna go with it. Luck is for later. 19.
You're not dressed in uniforms. You don't look like a maintenance company. You look like punks. If the door opens and they see punks, it's not going to be a "Who are you? What are you doing?" It's going to be a
Yeah.
bang, 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 bang.
So, is there anywhere we can get some like jumpers or something put on to kind of look more professional?
Make a local expert check.
Okay. Int is. Can
You can make
how
that
many
check.
luck points? How many luck points can I add to this?
All of them. If you want.
We'll make it so it's a
Nice.
straight 50-50. I think that's one I need to add, right? Because I have an int of 7 plus 2. Let's add 2 luck points. So I
Okay.
just drop that down 2, and then I just roll it and then add 2 to the result.
Yep.
Alright. Well, I got a 28.
You see that there is a uniform.
Not enough.
There's a uniform shop just down the corner next to the Buck Star. Yeah, not too far off.
So we got 10 minutes. Let's go get changed, and we'll be good to go.
All right. You head over there. You walk in. The guy at the counter says, "Yeah, can I help you?"
Yeah, we all just got hired for this repair company, and we need to get
don't
a work
fucking
attire.
lie. You're trying to sneak into one of those buildings. Bunch of punks like you always do this kind of shit. It's gonna be 100 ebb per uniform. What do you got?
Alright.
What do we get? I don't even know what I have.
Hey,
Have
we
in
are
terms of-
not going to pay that price. That is bullshit. I think what's going to happen is you're going to give it to us for a very reasonable price, and then I am
You hear a
going to
loud
give you
click.
tickets to a very good concert.
You hear a loud click and then kind of a confused look on his face. Make a persuasion check.
I'd like
Or
to
is
say
that-
there's a confused look on my face too.
Could that
Like,
be a charismatic leadership?
what?
Charismatic
no,
leadership is when you're
persuade.
trying to rile up a big group of people.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was. Right, here we go, guys. I might want to use it. Oh, that's pretty good. I got 21 for
Tickets,
people
yeah?
at home.
Where at? What's the name of the place?
The name of the place is Punk Rock Pussies. I know it's derogatory and everything, but hey, that's the place it is. What can I say?
I've never heard of that place. And you think about it for a second, and you're like,
Wait.
I just made that up. I've actually played at gigs at like actual places. If you could remember where I told you played those gigs at.
Oh shit, I don't remember anything. I'm drinking. In real life, IRL, I'm getting ready for this game by just drinking.
You take
alcohol
You take
for
a couple
people at home.
seconds and you think about it, and you go, the Astral Sea. That's where I'm playing. And you toss
Yeah.
them the just like a random piece of parchment. You've written out the name of the place and a date.
Yeah, I was just fucking with you.
And he goes,
Don't be such a tight
"Yeah,
ass.
I know the Astral Sea. All right, I'll give it to you for. Let's do 50 ebb per. Can't just give them to you for free. I gotta make my
what?
cash
Went from 100 to 50.
per suit. Yep. So it's gonna be 200
Not
ebb.
bad.
And you guys are checking your pockets.
Not bad.
And there's a reason why you hang out with Grease. You're poor.
Too bad this. Too bad this guitar is not really a flamethrower.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
So what do you got for collateral? What do you got for trade?
How about that guitar?
Hell no. Fuck off. I'll kill this guy first. I don't say that out loud.
Yeah, I'd take that guitar. He
But I
says.
think there's no
Yeah,
way
I
I'm
think,
giving
I
him
think
this
the guitar is
guitar.
a good choice.
You got a gun? Like anything worth flipping?
I don't
Take one of
ask
those
you for
too.
your guns, Shaker.
Sorry.
Is there anybody else in this room right now?
All right,
No.
you know what, John? I
This
have
is what
no
I do.
idea. Wait, hold on. I have no idea what is actually on this thing, but the thing that I stole out of the guy's apartment, I just slapped that on the counter.
I don't deal in that kind of junk,
I say
man.
he doesn't deal in that. I flip my guitar around,
It's worth a
and
shot.
hit him right in the head with it, and then I say, "There, now you have my guitar," and hopefully it knocks him out.
So make a brawling attack against him, and I'm gonna make
Wow.
an
Hell
evasion
yeah!
attack
Let's
against him.
brawl,
Ooh,
bitches.
nice. This is
I was
fun.
about to look for
I'm
security
gonna use
This
cameras
is
in
how
the
Kevin
building.
gets shot.
Wait,
So,
do I have
Kevin,
to do
we're-
luck before or after I roll?
Before you roll.
Before you roll.
This
I'm
is
gonna
the
use
fighting
luck, at least
before
one
the
luck
fighting.
How do you do one luck?
You
Is it
just
the
add one
remaining
to the
luck?
roll.
You just say you're spending one luck, lower your luck
All right.
points spent on the remaining luck
All
by
right.
one, and then
All right.
we will add it to the roll.
Brawling. All right. I'm gonna do one luck because I want to make sure this thing works for the people at home.
So it's
And then-
15.
He dodges.
15.
He dodges the
What?
attack, and then you hear a loud bang.
This is how Kevin gets shot.
This is how I die.
You're point blank, and he's shooting you with a shotgun.
Ooh,
in the
shotgun.
head.
Bye.
my tattoos, isn't it?
That's gonna leave a mark, Kevin.
It's gonna mess up
And,
my. If he hits,
Yeah, I needed to roll. I needed to roll a 1, and I could have subtracted 4 from it, and I still would have gotten a hit on your head if it's close.
uh-oh.
Did he aim at the head
What's
with
your-
this?
Yeah, what's your head armor?
Gosh.
My head armor is 7.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, we have one dead rocker.
All right. So
Uh-oh.
shotgun does 5d6. Any damage that goes.
Ooh.
So here's how this works.
That
okay?
hurts.
You're going to be taking 7 off the top, from what did I say, and then whatever I tell you beyond that, you're going to double. Okay? So.
No, why don't you just tell me what it is, doubled, so I don't have to double it.
Sure.
That might make it easier.
So I dealt
All right.
a total of 17 points of damage, which means that
Oh, that's
you're
not too bad.
taking
34.
10, because the 7 subtracts from the top first, and then we're doubling the 10, which means you're taking 20 damage as he shoots you in the head with a shotgun.
All right, my starting hit points are actually 40. Current
you're-
are 40.
Yeah.
Seriously wounded is 20.
Which means
So am I
you're now
seriously wounded
seriously
then?
wounded as he shoots you in the head.
Ouch.
And
That
as he
hurts.
does so, he's pulling the shotgun up and pointing it at you. If you aren't dead, it can go to initiative, or it can go to you retreating from this fight. Your call.
I'm going to initiative. Fuck this guy.
Alright.
One of us is gonna die tonight.
Does anybody
Am
else
I?
want to fight, or do you all want to retreat?
Well,
I believe that discretion is a better part of not getting your face fucked.
Red
So
Eye escapes. Mover
That makes sense.
will stay
don't
with
wanna
Red
get
Eye
killed.
because that's what he said he
I
would
have
do.
so few health.
Shaker.
Shaker is gonna try to grab 40
And retreat.
and pull her away. Yep.
Okay. Are you resisting being
Oh,
dragged
man.
out, 40?
Hell yeah! I just got shot with a
Maybe.
shotgun.
Yeah, but you're almost dead, so you're not gonna resist very well.
Okay, so make a
I might.
brawling check, Shaker, and make an evasion check, 40.
40. Guys, I
Oh shit!
I think that this is going
Beige.
really well,
Shit.
and
I evaded him.
So even though you're seriously wounded and are taking a -2 penalty to all actions, um, Shaker is staying behind you and trying to get you out of there. Okay, great. And then Lucky, sorry,
Oh.
did you dip or stay? And are you doing anything while you're dipping? The uniforms are up there.
So can I speak as well
if
as
that's all happening, can I try to like just quickly grab the uniforms, like as
Make
many
a-
as I can?
Make a stealth
Dip.
check.
All right. So I don't have stealth, so it's just a straight D10 plus
Dexterity.
Dex.
Yeah.
All right.
oh, this is gonna be so much fun, guys.
John? Could I also say something as I'm trying to pull him away,
Go
pull
ahead.
her away? I would want to say to the person with the shotgun, please stop. We're leaving. We're leaving.
That's not bad, Tim.
16.
You managed to book it out with Red Eye, and you have the 4 uniforms.
Nice.
So,
We might just need 3 in a second.
meanwhile, initiative for Shaker. Initiative.
No, I'm not fighting. I'm not
Okay.
fighting.
Okay. Initiative for 40, and initiative for my villain.
I tried. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I tried.
that's weird.
40 rolls initiative.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's strange. So I guess the macro's not in, so just go ahead and roll.
Is that the way that
That's
it's for all?
weird.
Yeah, it's the way it is for all.
That's strange.
Yeah. Well, they've been updating this character sheet for a while, so.
Huh.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and roll a d10 and add your reflex. All right.
So, what do you think? What do you think the guitar's chances are of making it out there?
Okay. So you said that you were going to stay and fight. In your definition of that, what does that mean to you, Kevin? Are you going for your strat?
Well, it means my guitar is going to shoot flames out of it
Not a
and
thing.
melt this guy, and then it's going to be like some awesome song. But I'm
I
thinking.
really knew that I shouldn't have showed her.
She's hallucinating because she's
No,
dying.
guys,
Right.
I shouldn't have showed her Titanic 2 because the flaming guitar in that.
He does.
Just a
Mad
he
Max
does say.
Fury Road was a
mistake.
bad
He does
choice.
say, "Get the fuck out, or I'll call in the cops."
Can
as
I
he's-
pull out a very heavy pistol and shoot him point
so
blank?
you are going for your pistol. Okay. He will.
Why are you doing this?
He will shoot you with
Ah,
your
Dead
shotgun.
now. I might as well
Oh,
get myself
no.
totally killed at this point. This
If
is
he's not, so when I tried to grab him and pull her out of the way and she resisted, I would just
Right.
step away, step aside.
I read Cyberpunk is about going big or going home. It's like you don't go halfway.
You're going home, Kevin.
You go to the fucking
Yeah,
max.
body bag.
So I'm going to the fucking max. I'm either gonna blow his head off or he's gonna blow mine off, and then it'll
I
be
think
all
the
I
odds
hope
are
you- I hope you
in his
do.
favor.
That's fine. That's fine.
He has a shotgun.
So, 40, you kind of back away as she basically reaches for her gun after getting shot in the face. You see like flecks of her skin kind of break off from like the cyberware and like the skin weave underneath, and she looks mad and she's kind of dazed, reaching for the gun. He puts the shotgun like straight to her head, and she kind of looks hesitantly for a second and still goes for it, just drawn with anger. He pulls the trigger and her head just peels off.
I don't even get a roll. I guess he beat me in initiative, huh?
Yeah, I got an 18.
He doesn't get a roll. What if I evade? I got evasion.
You evade combat, hand-to-hand combat stuff.
That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you go to the EZ chart, you can see that there is like a range to target in meters, like what your target number is. So for a shotgun at 0 to 12 meters, I have to hit a 15. And he's rolling with a 6 marksmanship.
Hey, that's a good weapon to have.
Shotguns are pretty, and they do 5d6. They're
That's why I was
pretty cool.
thinking a flame way to go.
All right. So
All
as
right, well,
40 is splattered,
I'm dead.
Shaker, you're kind of putting your hands up and just backing away.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You see him pull
We
out
have
his-
a mission.
He's holding the shotgun. And he's kind of aiming it at you, kind of looking at you, and you see him kind of pull out his agent on the side of it and start speaking into it. Yeah, NCPD. I've got a body here, and you need to file an insurance claim. Thanks. Clicks as you back out. and he's looking at you like if you make any move besides doing that, he's gonna just unload.
Well, honestly, I'm less afraid of him than
As you're all leaving,
40 should have been, but I'm gonna leave anyway.
you see that sirens
Oh
lights
well.
start flaring
Nice,
out,
nice.
and you can
I
see that
really
We
the
need to.
Night City Police Department's kind of scrolling in. Sirens are going.
Are they in the car waiting?
You guys are
Hey,
moving away from the scene of the
That's
crime.
your distraction.
Um,
You go now while that's happening.
So
I go to the others and I say, well, you know what? She was a loose cannon, but I guess not enough.
real quick switch, Kevin. You should be able to pull up Mover's character sheet and just kind of fall into the role, if you would.
I already got one person killed.
Well, just
All right.
Yeah, but this
Okay, you
person's
get- you
actually
get
a
2 people
fighter,
killed.
so you'll be better off.
but yeah,
I hit somebody in the head with my shot.
you
All right. How do I?
didn't actually. They dodged. Anyways,
All right.
Um,
This guy's gonna have to be a little more careful here.
So,
I
So
always did
she-
like Junior's music better.
I was gonna say, Shaker. Shaker, did
Junior
you
sucks.
get the guitar?
No.
We could sell that.
Yeah, you want to go back in? Go get it yourself.
I
Guys,
didn't say I was going back in for it. I was just asking if you grabbed it on the
No.
way out.
Yeah, I'm like flicking off flecks of brain. Is like no.
so
Shaker, I got a change for you. I got the uniform. We good.
Good. I need to change the clothes after that mess.
as you guys are moving to do that, you
40 did serve as a good distraction.
you see a
That's right.
big maintenance truck pull over and kind of stop near your car. Holly's kind of looking at it suspiciously from the inside of the car, but you can see that that's where it's at. It's parked over by you, and you can see that there's a guy inside who looks rustic. Looks like he's from out to the east a bit. Kind of looking out the vehicle at you. You then feel your agent start to vibrate in your pocket.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, this is Slide. You needed some help?
Yeah. We just gotta get changed in the truck and
You borrowing the truck, or you what? I'm not driving it for you. If this isn't my truck.
Yeah. Just leave it there if you wanna.
All right. Well, just know that Papa, he's the one that you got to talk to, and if you need to return it, okay?
All right. I'll
borrow
call
you?
Papa when I'm done here.
Can I borrow your car,
I lo-
or do I have to hoof it?
Yeah. Treat Falcor right. Falcor will treat you right.
You got it. What about that lady in the back of the car? You want me to tell her to get out, or what?
I'll handle her. I'm almost there. Don't worry. I'll
All right.
handle it.
That sounds good. All right, later. It would have been
Later.
it would have been 5 uniforms. Sorry, because I forgot Mover existed. He
Okay.
gets into Falcor. You
Well-
see him like throw you the keys, and you throw him the keys. You guys switch, and he kind of gives you
Yep.
a and like one of these,
Yeah.
and then like drives off in your car. Seems to be treating it right. And then you hop into this big ass maintenance truck. In the back, you can see that there are tools that look like they're electronic security maintenance tools. And you start to drive that truck over to the back loading bay after getting dressed.
Yeah.
Holly.
Well, we'd all
Yeah.
get dressed first so that we're all in uniform, and then I'd start backing up because I can't change while driving.
Does Holly get in a uniform, or
I might. I think as we were walking over after the phone, I'm like, guys, I got a fifth. Should I just drop it here so Holly ain't tempted, or what?
she looks at you as you're talking, walks over, and pulls your baseball cap off the top of your head, puts it over her face like this, and says, "I'm going in."
Hey, I wouldn't have put that on. You do realize that his family perpetually has head lice, right?
Shut up, Red Eye.
You do understand that my hair is synthetic, right? And like the top
Yeah.
of my skull is
Your head ain't though.
mostly
Here.
plated. She looks at you annoyed. Give me the uniform.
I do, and I was like, one more thing though, one more thing, and I take out a little can of grease black grease that I keep on me just in case I need to like lube something up as I'm trying to fix Falcor, and I just give her like two little give her some smudge marks.
Smudge marks on her cheeks. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. She looks like she's
make
a
her
worker.
look like a grunt.
She looks like a worker. And she puts the hat on and kind of keeps it over her eyes like that, and kind of tucks her hair back so it's not her normal style. And everybody else gets suited up, and you back up.
And
to-
I'm gonna Is it normal for delivery workmen to have guns on them, or should we be hiding this crap?
I don't know, man. Roll
All
out,
right,
local expert.
I'm just, you know what? Lucky's just gonna do this out of habit. Lucky's gonna try and shoulder blade the shotgun, and then I'm gonna try and hide Atreyu in.
Blackthorning that shit.
Yes.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna try and hide Atreyu in with like a toolbox,
Okay.
but like under everything.
Sure. The and then anybody else doing anything in specific as they're moving through?
Yeah. Will the pistol I have, will that fit in my shoe?
It's a very heavy pistol or just a what?
I think it's just a heavy
If
pistol.
it's a heavy pistol, no. It would need to be a
Crap.
medium or a light for it to fit in your shoe. This would be like jacket concealability.
Are there boxes in the truck?
Yeah, there's toolboxes.
I would I would want to empty a box mostly. Stick the assault rifle into the box and carry it.
Okay. You and then you back up, right?
What do you mean by backup? I'm
You're backing
sorry.
the truck up in. Is anybody else doing anything in
Oh.
particular?
Well, I just want to say, should we leave all the technical stuff to Red Eye? Let Red Eye handle the jargon.
Yeah.
You're crew chief, Red Eye. I'm just a driver.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Try-
I know exactly what I'm gonna say to him.
Try to keep the eccentricities. Try to act like a
So-
normie, okay?
Holly is in the
What are
back
you
of the
talking
truck.
about?
Mover is in the back of the truck. Oh, Kevin's not there. Shaker, you're in the back of the truck, and Red Eye, you're in the back of the truck. Is there
Yep.
nobody else in the passenger seat then?
No, Red Eye's in the passenger seat.
Okay, you think that you're going to end up like backing into it, and then whoever is in the back is going to be the one talking. So,
Oh, never mind. I'll be in the back then. Yeah.
anybody want
Mover will be passenger, so Mover can't do something crazy.
Got it. The door
That's quickly.
connects to the back there, and you hear and you see two guards, as I described them before: black suits, white shirts, red ties, SMGs under their shoulder or under their arms, kind of putting their hands on their weapons, kind of looking to the door. The door opens up, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
And the guards kind of look to you. We weren't expecting
Hey.
any security detail, electronic security sweeps for another week. What are you guys doing here?
Well, we like to do some surprise inspections every once in a while, just to make sure. Because if we schedule these things, then people try to put on a good face,
Can you
get
give-
everything set up. And it's just better for security if we just kind of
Can you give us a little time?
show up.
We're not really prepared for it.
No,
you-
that's the point. You ain't getting time.
Well,
This is right now. This is the real world.
you know
This is
Lan-
what happens.
Landtech has an agreement with Militech, and you're supposed to have a 30-minute window. We didn't get it. So what I'm asking you is if you can go ahead and do the next building over, like you haven't done for a long time. We've been watching. Otherwise, we're gonna try and detain you here and just stall you.
All right. Fine, man, fine. That's the way you want to play it. It's your
Alright.
funeral.
Well, he kind of looks at you like, kind of walks in. Well, I'm gonna have to check your stuff before you move in. Then, how about that?
That's fine.
All right. As he's kind of moving over to one of the boxes, the other guy sitting outside kind of lets go of his weapon and kind of like pulls out his
No.
agent and starts playing on his phone. And the other guy starts moving towards the box.
Which box?
I really hope it's not the
Just-
one with
Which
the assault
box?
A
rifle.
random box. It doesn't look like it's one that has anything in it. But as he's doing that, is anybody doing anything?
This might be outside the realm of my expertise, guys.
As you're kind of, thinking about it, what to do, and you're kind of looking over your shoulders.
I bang on the back. I'm like,
At
are we
that
unloaded
distra-
now or what?
The second that distraction happens, you see the guy kind of lift up. You see Holly slam his face into the wall, put her pistol against his head, and pull the trigger. The other guy holding his agent kind of goes, "Oh!" Anybody want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
Okay. You would have had your pistol.
Yeah, I'll shoot him too.
Because you said did you put your rifles away, right?
No, it was my assault rifle was sticking into the box,
Okay.
so I'd be shooting through the contents of the box. You know, I'll shoot him in the body. I just want to stop him from making the call.
Take it. It looks like he was just playing on his phone. Like, you know.
Yeah, I'm playing too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Playing
you're
on our
taking
phone,
the shot.
which is called a
because
gun.
he's got the box. The box will basically count as one armor because it's in between him and it, and it's just like, you know, those red kind of metal boxes.
Sure,
That hits,
25.
so, yeah, go ahead and roll 3 bits of damage.
So 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That was 4 times.
It's
Okay,
good.
I don't know why so many. Okay, sorry, just take the first 3.
Yeah, you got it. So the first one, it kind of causes a bit of a puncture, and you can see that like the discharge from the fire and the bullet itself is already kind of shrapnel before it gets out. The second shot similarly hits him in the chest. It looks like the armor is soaking most of the damage there, but that last shot is clean. Hits him square in the chest, and he falls to the ground, his phone flipping out of his hands, and his rifle kind of, or his submachine gun kind of sliding away from him. Dead.
I'm grab that phone.
I grab that submachine gun.
All right. The loading bay appears to have 2 doors that appear to lead in, and there's a stack of crates and boxes off to the side. From what you can tell, most of it appears to be foodstuffs that are probably stocked to fill like cafeteria vending machines.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm getting out of the truck and walking in, do I briefly notice, was there any security cameras that just saw that mess that happened?
Yeah, there's a security camera over both of the doors. It doesn't look like you're not sure whether or not it picked up what was going on or not.
We don't have much time regardless.
Yeah.
We have to act
All right,
quick.
let's go. I pull. I figure we're guns blazing at this point. I'm basically holding a toolbox, but with like a tray in my hand, ready to go. Like there's.
Drop the box, throw the gun. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going into the left or the right door? The right door would be the one on the far side wall. The one that's on the left would be the one that heads through the middle of the building.
Hold on a second. You said left is the far side wall, or
Right, the door on your right will be the far side wall, the one that's basically the one that, when it enters out into the lobby, it's the one that looked like a bathroom door, but it didn't have a bathroom logo
Right.
on it. And then the one that's in your left now will open up to the door that looks like it's the fancy door that leads to all the offices.
and
That's
then I'm
what
trying
you
to
want.
remember. Was the were the stairs in the front office, or are they like I'm trying to?
The elevators are in the front office. It doesn't look like
Right.
there was any stairs that you could see.
Yeah, so we'll need to go towards the front probably to get up where we're going to El Presidente's office.
And then remember, the next to the elevators is the data term.
Yep.
All right. So left door, right door.
Well, you know what they say. You either
And
live
are
a hero
there-
or you're ugly.
I was just going to ask, are there any different markings on the doors?
No, not in here.
Left is right, right is wrong.
All right, so you
Yeah,
guys go to
sure.
the left door. When you enter the left door, it's a long hallway. Looks like there's a series of lights that are kind of hanging up above you, kind of ring lights. On the left side, there's a big door. Looks like a double door. Looks like it's that faux kind of wood finish, office-y kind of door. And on the right side, there are 3 doors similar to the one half of the double door. Each one has, on the right side, has like a glass like panel, like old school doors, if you're familiar with what I'm thinking. It looks like each of them has kind of a normal just twist handle, and looks like they each have like a card reader next to them on the right side. The one on the left side, the double door, does not appear to have a card reader system there.
We got to grab cards off those dead guards.
As you guys are passing by the doors, I'm assuming moving pretty quickly, the door on the right that you first passed says Complaints Department. The next door says Public Inquiries. And the last door says Sales Office. You can see that there are people inside that appear to be working at their desks. There are no windows on the double doors to the left.
Maybe we should have gone through the other door.
And you're still just going down the hallway. So if you're going straight to the end of the hallway and are not stopping at any of those doors, you'll exit out into the reception hall, which you've seen on the outside. To the left of where you're exiting out, you can see that there's the data term. The bathrooms are to your left, and between the bathrooms and the data term is the security office door. You see on the far left wall there's elevators, and to your right there's the door that you would have gone in if you'd done the right hallway path. Looks like there is a security guard currently talking to the gentleman at the front desk, and it doesn't look like they notice you as you enter into the hallway, or into the reception hall, as it's a really big hall. What do you do? Holly is just not even looking anywhere, just kind of keeping herself and basically keeping an eye on the back of whoever's in the far back of the group's feet and following.
Yeah, that would probably be me in the far back.
For sure.
Oh gosh, you guys are making Lucky do the talking.
Yeah,
this
game,
ain't good.
Yeah.
This game's all about
Yeah, we are.
decision making, and
Yeah.
I think the reason why you'll probably be hesitant moving forward is you saw that decision making, when done incorrectly, can lead to bad results. So I hope that levels you out a little bit. Just focus on just making a decision. It doesn't always
Tim.
have to end bad. Just try to be cool when you do it.
Yeah, Tim, and always remember, if worst comes to worst, pop, pop.
All right, so Lucky just starts approaching. Acts all's natural. We're here to do
Wait, you're moving.
random
You're
data
moving
check.
up to the front desk. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it looks like Lucky's doing that. Mover, Shaker, and Red Eye. What are your plans? The data term is off to the left, about the same distance away, but like in a triangle, effectively, away from the front desk, over to the left.
Yeah, I'm going over to the data term if he's going to talk to the front desk.
Okay.
I would try to pull Holly over to the data term with Red Eye.
Yeah, Holly's following Red Eye. Like it looks like that's exactly where she's heading to.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Alright.
Shaker, you said you're
I
going.
guess I'll.
Maybe you want to
go with
stay back a
everybody.
little. Well, maybe stay in between in case something bad happens to Lucky.
All right.
Oh, something's that's gonna happen to Lucky.
So,
I know, but there you
Mover's
go.
staying at the door you entered in. The three of you are moving to the data term, and Lucky's moving to the front desk, about to say words. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So first things first. Say words.
Yeah. So we're here to do the data check. Guys, let us in. Any problems you guys been experiencing?
He kind of turns around and looks over at you, and then kind of looks over at the others, moving towards the data term. Kind of looks back to you. Oh, you guys are doing the security update stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. Do what you got to do. And turns back and looks over to the front desk person. Front desk person kind of looks at you and says, "Haven't seen you around. Are you new with Militech?"
Yeah. Still getting used to rules and regulations.
Well, that's cool. All right. Well, hopefully your friends get everything sorted on your inquiry. I don't think anything's changed since the last time you came.
All right. If we run into any problems, we'll let you know.
Sure. Shaker, as you kind of take position, you look into the security door, which has a similar kind of little window, now that you can see it. And you can see that there are people kind of like talking. And it looks like they're kind of nervously like looking at the camera windows, kind of like looking at the camera stations that are in there. As that's
Right,
happening,
so-
Red Eye, you're moving to the terminal. Are you jacking in immediately?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there any like if anybody's coming, we should turn our faces away.
You should be on a screen right now that shows just you at the base of a data fortress, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Cool.
Cool. All right, so go ahead and you are on the first level of this data fortress. I need you to go ahead and make me a interface check, and I want you to make it. You're basically performing a backdoor function. You're trying to get into the net.
Yep. I'm going to add 2 luck onto that also.
Real quick pro tip: what's your luck score?
10.
Okay. This is not going to be like a huge issue. You do have a lot of luck to
Cool.
throw around, but this is just popping in. This is basically popping the
All right,
luck.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I really feel like I needed that extra luck.
All right. So a 32 is more than enough to pop the lock and also basically secure it for you to basically enter at any point you'd like. As you move into the next layer, you enter into a point where you are added a control node. To the left is a control node connection for you to access the sprinkler system, and to the right is a control access point for you to access the fire alarm, if you'd like to mess with those at any point. There also
All right,
appears
cool.
to be another level to move to if that's your intention.
Yeah, I kind of want to see a little. Can I actually? Which one is it? So I think it's the Pathfinder ability to pull out
To see the next path.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an interface check for me.
16.
Yep, more than enough. So without moving into the next area, you see that it is password locked, which means that it'll be a little bit more difficult to move into the next stage. It appears to have a Hellhound, which is a defensive program, inside of it, prepared to attack any interlopers. And this also appears to have controls for a control node, which is also password locked. So the line will get you the line, but it's for the elevators. Control of the elevators.
Let's try and get into that control node.
Okay. So go ahead and you'll basically be allowed to, with that Pathfinder check and it being password locked, go ahead and make an interface check. This one will be a little bit more difficult, but nothing that you don't think you can handle. If you want to spend luck, this might be a time to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to toss the 2 luck in here then.
Okay.
Ooh, so that's a total of 8.
All right. So you don't break the lock. Let me check something here. All right. And that is bad enough for you to actually suffer a problem here. Okay. So as this is happening, and you see Red Eye kind of snap into it, and you are about to finish a sentence, Andy, we're going to go ahead and move back to that sentence that we were finishing. You see the window, it looks like on the other side of the security door. The people are in there, it looks like 2 of them, are discussing what's happening on the monitors.
Yep, we're going to hide our faces.
Okay. You're just going to try and stay from the window, you mean?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of focused on the loading dock, kind of trying to figure out what's going on. As you're kind of trying to intently figure out what happens, you see the screen kind of light up with a red flare, and then you see them both kind of look over in your direction, out the door, as they stand up and start readying their weaponry. Looking at the door, it appears to open out into the lobby, which is strange.
I mean, if so, they're inside. So I just want to understand this. They're inside the elevator. They were watching video.
They're inside the security station.
The security station, and then the door to the security station opens.
Yeah, it's right next to you because you're at the data term.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Based on what you've been understanding here, the room there is noise canceling, so it doesn't sound like anything they're saying is being overheard. You're pretty sure that any sounds that are made inside of that room are probably not going to be heard. The other thing you notice is there doesn't appear to be a keycard device on it.
Okay, could I just pull my assault rifle and rush into the room?
You want to do so stealthily so the guard up at the front doesn't notice?
That would be great.
And do you want any help?
If Mover is looking at
Mover
me,
is too far away for that to happen quickly. Lucky is close enough that he'd be able to move in with you.
Yeah. Lucky
Okay.
will move in.
Okay.
He'll regret it, but Lucky will move in.
Okay. All right.
So stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check. And what I would like for you to do, Tim, is make a perception check.
What?
All right.
So I'm not stealthy.
19.
So you see what's going on. You see him open the door loudly. It kind of catches the attention of the other person on the other side. Mover, you also notice that the guard at the front desk is paying attention to the security door. You manage to get in, but they both notice you and have their weapons trained on you. Andy, are you coming in shooting, or are you coming in, like, hesitant?
Oh no, I'm not coming in hesitant. I'm coming in shooting.
Okay. And you want to close the door behind you before you start
That's
shooting.
right. If it's good, well, I mean, I would want to.
Okay. Point is, take the shot.
Right.
And I will reciprocate.
I'm hoping,
one of them lives.
right? So I'm hoping that it's going to cancel some of the sound, but I'm not going to turn around and pull the door closed and then take the shot and leave myself
Right.
open for an
You're
attack
going to kind of pull the door closed as you're firing.
if I can.
Right. And Lucky,
Okay.
at this point, you have a decision to make. You're either going in with him or staying outside.
Lucky is gonna regret this, but Lucky goes in with him and starts to reach for Moonchild.
Okay. So the
John,
go ahead.
I was just going to ask. I see on my sheet that there's remaining luck says 0. Is it possible that I used some last session?
Yeah, it should be full.
So how much is that?
Whatever your luck score is.
Ah, okay, cool.
Oh, so I should have more luck because I started with 7, but my luck's 10.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it'd be at 8 now. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And do you need to declare luck? Remind me. I'm sorry.
Declare
Before.
luck before the roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use luck. This is the time to use.
All right. So go ahead and confirm your shots. I'm going to go back to Matt. Matt, you failed in trying to get through the password. You're not barred from it. You can definitely attempt it again, but you are aware there are repercussions already in place. An alarm has been triggered. So do you wish to continue trying to hack into it or back out?
You know what? These guys have had my back before. I'm going to keep trying.
All right, make an interface check.
Got it.
Spend as much luck as you'd like.
I'm just going to, I'm not going to spend any luck this time because
Roll it.
that was bad luck last time. Let's just see. That's the number. That is a 16.
You pop into the situation and are currently engaged with a Hellhound. I'll discuss that in turn sequence as we continue to fight outside. Fights in cyberspace, while fights are going on in real life. Mover,
Super
you
cool.
see the 2 other allies move away from their charge, leaving Holly in between the guard outside and the guy who's Red Eye, who's currently comatose, locked into the interface plugs. The guard outside appears to be reaching for his weapon and moving back towards the security door. What would you like to do?
If I understand properly, it looks like the guard is noticing that something's going on and is going towards Holly.
Holly and Red Eye, who Red Eye is
And
currently
Red Eye.
locked into the data term.
All right. Do I see any other guards or just that
Just
one?
him.
I guess I would move towards him and then.
Hit him with my guitar.
Is he inside?
Yeah.
All right, I would move toward him. If I fire, it's going to be really loud, right?
Mhm.
People are gonna. Do I have like a silencer or anything like that?
No.
Son
Dude,
of a
you can
bitch.
always walk over and punch him.
I'm gonna walk over and like. Is there like a?
Don't you
grapple
have
thing?
like pincer things on your arms?
Yeah,
Well,
I do. I have like pincher arms.
You're moving to engage with him in melee combat, close combat. What are you
Yeah.
trying to do? Are you trying to get his weapon away from him or just beat him up?
Give him a smackdown.
I want to use my rippers on him.
Are you trying to
does-
just claw him up or are you trying to get his weapon away from him?
Oh, that would make sense. I'll try to get his weapon away from him if
Alright.
I can.
So great. We have an idea of what's happening there. Okay, what did you get on your marksmanship check, Tim, and also Andy?
So I
And
rolled the
before
18 without the luck.
Sorry, before you roll there, are you attacking him point blank and trying to shoot him in the head, or are you trying to shoot him in the chest?
I'm going to try to shoot him in the chest.
Okay.
There's one guy.
There's 2 guys.
Can I? Which one's which one can I get either one into point blank range?
Yeah.
They're both
Okay,
in a small room.
I would go for the one that Shaker is not targeting.
Mhm.
Try to get point blank head shotgun.
Smart. Okay. So go ahead and make a marksmanship check, and just tell me how much luck you're spending before you roll it.
I didn't tell you how much luck I was spending, but I'm going to spend all.
No, you're gonna spend none of it because you didn't tell me before you rolled.
But I said I was using. Can I roll again? I know that was a good roll.
Okay, I'll allow it. Do you,
Watch you get a 1 this
do you
time.
want to spend it? I mean, like,
No, I guess I don't. I guess I'm good with 18.
All right, so I have a plus 14. I'll spend 1 luck, and hopefully that
okay,
gives me a 15. I should hopefully do well. 17 to
Nice.
18.
you're going for the head.
Yes.
Okay,
Just like 40 would have.
all right.
I know,
That's
right?
exactly what 40 got hit in the
Hopefully-
head with last time, so that's right.
Hopefully
you're going
Right.
not
She hit somebody
as-
else with the head.
Shaker, you're gonna go ahead and roll 3 shots in, and
Beautiful. That's what I
go ahead and
wanted.
give me 1 damage roll from you, Tim.
All right. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it's
okay.
doubled, fortunately. So.
Well, it only doubles if it goes for the armor.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
soak
Yeah.
damage first.
And now
then
I'm
double
point
will
blank.
remain. So 7 of it's blocked, and 7 of it gets through. So 14 to the head. He kind of backs away from the shot, like it skins the side of his head. You can see that underneath his skin, he appears to have some sort of like filament wire and like plating set inside of his like muscle and skin. You know this is skin weave. Basically a cybernetic kind of implant in the flesh to kind of make you more defensive and armored. Shaker dumps 3 rounds into this guy's chest, and 7. He falls. Basically, just drops him to the ground.
Could I move in front of Lucky then to
Uh,
shield him?
Yeah, I'll outside. Data term still connected. We'll get to you fighting a hellhound here in a second. Holly's reaching for a gun, but she's not drawing it. Mover, you're moving over to the guy to rip the gun out of his hands. Okay, go ahead and make a brawling check. This will be against my.
You got this, Kevin.
Let's go, mover.
I think 40 might have been better at brawling, or the same. It's crazy.
Yeah, she wasn't. I mean, she's a scrapper, so. But
Nice.
25.
you're rolling better
Nice
with
roll.
mover. So you step in, and this
Yes.
guy kind of like goes, "Hey," and kind of raises his arm out. You kind of grab him with the ripper, kind of rake a bit and pull in, grab the rifle off of his shoulder and pull it aside and dash it to the ground. As you do so, the front desk person kind of and kind of reaches for something underneath the desk. As that's happening,
Mover's got this.
as
Mover's
that's
got this.
happening, we go back into the data term. Oh, Matt's gone. Matt. Dang it. All right. We'll scoop out of the data term for a minute because he disappeared. Go back inside of the security room. Surprise being over. Initiative for everyone across the board.
Hold on, I'm back. Sorry,
Okay,
had to pee
let's do
really
the data
quickly.
term real quick. So the Hellhound engages.
Yeah.
Now you are going to roll a special interface check, which will effectively be your initiative. Actually, no, make an initiative check. So dexterity, reflex plus D10.
Yeah, I'll just roll a d10 and add that in because it's 6 plus 7, so 13.
Okay. So, quick note: you have on your in your deck, you have 3 programs. Did you jack the
Right.
the module onto your deck or no?
Yeah, I would have probably when we
would
got in
note
the
that
car.
You have a second use of Banhammer, which is basically being applied to your deck because of that installation. So you have a Speedy
Nice.
Gonzalez program, which allows you to increase your speed by 4, which will make you go faster in this combat. You can use Banhammer as an attacker module, or you can use Zap to attack. And then Flak, you can use it to block. That said, you'll be going faster than the Hellhound, so you knew it was there. You knew you were going to be stepping in to play with it. what would you like to do with your first 3 actions?
I'm going to banhammer.
With the first one, so go ahead and roll 3d6.
I'm just going to use the heavy pistol damage since that's 3d6 also.
Sure.
So that's 11.
Okay. Let me double check how much Hellhound health. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see. All right. You said 11?
11, yeah.
Okay. It appears to still be functioning. It will reciprocate with Zap. Let's see. Oh, no, sorry. You still get 2 more actions.
Right.
Oh,
And then what was the...
apologies. One more thing. You can only have
That's
one
fine.
type of program loaded at a time, so you can't...
Yeah.
Yeah, so Banhammer is what you have loaded, and you have 2 charges of it because of the extra slotting.
Right.
So you could technically use it again, but you can use it multiple times anyways. It's basically over and over again.
Yeah, I was going to... what was the other thing? Not the banhammer, but the other way I could attack it?
Zap, but it doesn't do as much damage to Hellhound. Banhammer is the best thing for Hellhounds, to be honest.
And I have 2 charges of it?
No. Sorry.
Or is it just...
So
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure this all out.
You have 2 instances of that program. So if someone wipes the first
Gotcha.
program, you could still use Banhammer even though.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to banhammer again.
Okay, 3 more d6.
That's an 8. Oof,
19.
not as good.
Okay. It's still going to be enough to stop it.
Oh, nice.
And basically, with your check that you made to get into this place, you have lock out, and you still have 1 action. In this current phase, you can either use it to move forward, pathfind for the next layer, or you can start controlling the elevator.
Yeah, I'm going to actually control the elevator and bring one down to us.
Okay, and keep the other one locked in its position.
Yeah, I'm going to, keep the other one locked, bring one down for us.
Okay. You all see the elevator light ting, as it seems to be coming down. All right. Cool deal. Back outside. Initiative rolls were made.
No. That's plus
so
reflex,
it's-
correct?
1d10 plus reflex, is that
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
All right. I love having 9 reflex. 11. Didn't roll great.
Is there a cat blocking your camera?
Nice, a 10.
What does that mean?
So
I don't
roll
know.
another d10.
Oh, okay. No, I rolled a 10, so it's plus 10, so it's 20. So,
No, you rolled a 10. So you roll
and then
another
I
10.
add my reflex.
You got to roll another
Oh.
d10
And then I add my reflex to that.
to both.
Keep
add-
rolling 10s until you don't get
No.
10s anymore.
No, it only explodes once.
Okay.
So 25.
Dang.
Correct.
Nice.
Okay.
So 25. They're going on 12. And outside mover, what did you get? Kevin.
Oh, you want me to roll initiative too?
Yeah, you're outside fighting.
them
It's
separate.
pretty much all happening simultaneously.
All right. So
1d10
I
plus
roll-
reflex.
Yeah, D10. Sorry.
Sorry that
D10.
initiative button doesn't work.
That's all right. D10 is a 4 plus my
Reflex.
reflex.
You should have
Is,
14,
8,
is it?
So it's 12.
Oh,
I have a total of 12.
Okay. Right. Cool. So that said, and then the data term will happen last. Lucky you got an 11, right? Cool. So Shaker, you're first,
I'm going to use 3 luck points.
and you're basically gonna go move to shoot this guy again, the one that
Yep.
Lucky shot.
The one that's not dead, yeah. The other one's down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 24.
3 rounds in. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, for you guys, this is the scene that happens. You come in, you both come in. Lucky's closing the door and kind of moving behind you. Shaker, you take 3 shots, and then he puts the gun against the other guy's head and pulls the trigger. Having spent a little bit of time getting into the situation, he kind of saw it coming, moved, and scrapes it off the side of his face. Just as he's taking the shot and kind of looking like he's going to reciprocate, Shaker finishes this shot, pulls the gun around so the barrel slams the guy on the other side of the head, slamming his head against the wall, and pulls the trigger, just burying him down. That's the fight for you guys inside the security room. Outside, Mover, you've disbanded with the guy's weapon and discarded it away from him. You will be going you'll be going before him because I said they go on 11s. So he basically looks like he's getting ready to fight you, fisticuff style. You still have your weapon.
Right, and the guy at the counter
Is hitting some sort of button. Yeah.
Was hitting some sort of button.
Doesn't look like they've reached it yet, but it looks like they're going for it.
Wow.
You
Can
shoot
I-
them if you want.
Can I shoot them from
Yeah.
this distance? It's not too far away, is it?
Sure. So go ahead and make a marksmanship check.
Do you want to use luck first?
Oh, that's true. How much luck do I have? I think I have about 6 luck, maybe.
And do you want to aim for the head and use luck so you definitely kill them?
So aiming for the
Yeah.
head is always a good choice. But
I'll aim for the head and use 2 luck.
okay, take the marksmanship roll.
Marksmanship roll. Hopefully, I roll better with this than with my other character.
You keep hitting with mover. I think you're supposed to be mover. In all honesty.
Yeah, it's mover. It's pretty awesome.
So
All right,
here's
cool.
what happens. Basically, you
Wow.
grab the guy's arm, kind of pull him in, grab his rifle, throw it aside. He kind of backs away and gets himself locked in this position. You kind of lean in forward, and he expects a punch, so he kind of moves to kind of guard. But you're sliding your rifle across his shoulder so that it's over on top of him, and you use him as a firing position and and shoot the
Nice.
guy behind him. No need to roll dice. The first one hits, splatters his head. Second one hits his chest. Second one hits his arm, sending like mechanical parts and bits of flesh flying all over the front desk. In anger, he tries to reciprocate. You're throwing his gun away by grabbing your gun and throwing it away. Go ahead and make an evasion check.
Oh boy, guys, I need this. I won't roll luck, but I'm hoping I roll good.
That was metal as shit, dude. Oh my gosh.
18. That's not too
He
bad.
reaches for your gun. You drop the weapon down and kind of move to the side and pull the weapon out to kind of push him away with it, backing you two away from each other so that you're now far enough away that if it comes down to firing, you can go ahead and do so. Inside, you guys are reeling after the end of the engagement, so we won't be dealing with you here for another couple seconds. Literally, these rounds are 3-second bits, so quick note there. Inside of the data term, though, you have operated the elevators. You have 3 more actions. Do you want to move to the next layer? Or pathfind it first?
Muted.
Nothing.
Hello. Okay, there we
it
go.
is.
Yeah. So I'm going to be daring this time and just move up to the next layer. I think.
Interface.
Right. And numbers are not so great.
Even with that, you're still able to move. 13 is able to get you into this
Oh,
one.
nice.
It's not password locked. Inside, you find another control
Awesome.
module. This one has lights and the PA system. So you can shut off all communication between different levels. Basically, radio and PA, all communications outwards are controlled here. And out of the building are controlled here.
Yeah, let's kill that.
All right. All communications are shut off. The entire place is dark. Not light-wise, just sound-wise.
Right, in terms of audio. Right, yeah.
That's
I
2
gotcha.
actions. You still have a third one if you want to engage in it. Pathfind on the next one. or
I'm gonna pathfind on the next one.
move? Give me a interface check. Good enough.
17.
Password locks. It looks like double encrypted. Another hellhound, and it looks like the security cameras, allowing for you to view them from the data term, and also manipulate them as you please.
Cool.
It looks like after that there's one more level behind that. Back outside, Mover, you got the weapon pointed at him, and it's your initiative. What would you like to do?
I would like to fire.
Head or
I'm just
body?
gonna fire. I'm just gonna fire normal this time.
Okay.
No. Well, actually, if I fire at head, how much harder does it typically get? Like,
So, okay, here's the situation. Let me explain combat. It's
yeah.
about 5 points higher to hit the head.
Okay.
So if you're shooting at the chest, you're more likely to hit, but they're only going to take damage over what the armor is blocking. Based on what you've seen so
Right.
far, they're wearing light armor. 7s is what you've been dealing with. So similar in kind to what you had outside with 40. So if you shoot them in the head, it's obviously going to be a bit more extreme
Right.
if it goes
I
through.
guess I'll go to John Wickham, right?
All right.
And try to shoot him in the head. But I'm not gonna use any luck this time. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
Oh,
18
I
will
rolled
hit.
damage for some reason.
Oh.
No, 18
sorry,
was my
sorry.
damage. I rolled the wrong
I didn't see
marksman.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was my fault. Oh, now I roll a
Luck
1.
wouldn't have saved it anyways.
Yeah, luck would have.
You pull the
been a
trigger
waste.
and start shooting. He kind of steps to the side, like looks like he was moving in on you, and you basically locked and shoot and hit the wall behind him, which is opposite the wall where the data term is. Okay.
Thank goodness.
Inside the security office, it's your guys' go. You've had enough time to kind of recover. Are you wanting to exit out of the security office, or are you wanting to do anything in there? It looks like there are no exits out of the security office besides the one you entered in.
Is there anything else of interest? Any terminals? Any
There is a
keys? Any key
Camera
card?
system, and you can see the cameras. It doesn't look like there's any access for you to play with those except maneuvering like the cameras and like changing the camera view to like bigger or smaller. And it does look like the security guards did have security cards on them.
I would
Yeah.
grab those cards.
Definitely.
Okay.
And what kind of guns were they packing?
The security guards have submachine guns, medium submachine guns.
How does that compare to my heavy pistol, as far as for like accuracy / damage?
Well, heavy pistol does what, 3d6?
Very heavy. I have a very heavy. I have 46.
40. So a medium SMG does 2d6, but they burst fire like the assault rifles.
If you hit, you can potentially do 66, but it's each thing gets reduced individually. Where heavy pistol.
Right. Another thing is that every
Okay.
time you hit a target, their armor softens. You guys haven't been hit that much,
Oh.
and the person who did get hit kind of got splattered. But if I were to hit you in the chest, your chest armor would go down by 1. If I were to hit you in the chest again, your armor would go down by 1 until you get it repaired.
Okay. All right. Oh, and they have skin weave, so it's like if that's their armor, we can't really take replacement armor off of them.
Right.
Yeah. I think keycards is all we need. Unless, does it look like there's a hard drive for the camera system?
So you're thinking about it, and you're looking at the camera system. You guys are focused on that. The main point of the question was, are you guys rushing out to help, or are you guys staying in the box? That's fine. So,
Oh no! I mean, once we have the key cards, I guess we're going to rush out to
yeah,
help.
You answered my question. You were looking at stuff. You didn't say you were moving.
Okay.
out.
Okay.
That's fine. The security guard kind of moves in and tries to go for like an in-close combat attack, but then you realize it's a feint, and that doesn't appear to be what he's doing at all. Instead, it looks like he's pulling out a pistol and shooting you with it.
All right.
Bang, 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 bang.
You have good armor. You're good. You're good. You're good.
All right,
Is he though?
He is.
mover.
He's a
Is
solo.
he though?
You kind of see him come in and pull like a straight out of equilibrium gung fu technique as you kind of move your rifle to intercede between the pistol and tuck it aside so that the bullets just shoot straight over your shoulder, kind of duck it aside. And it goes back to the data turn. 3 actions. Are we moving to the next layer?
Just as a quick question, is my banhammer program still loaded?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to move to the next and basically just start to
Interface, banhammer.
pretty much, yeah.
Yep, so go ahead and roll an interface check and then throw me 66.
21 on the
You
interface.
break the password quickly, and move into the next step.
And then 22 total.
Destroy the Hellhound. It looks like you have, during your next turn, you will have access to either moving on to the last stage or playing with the security cameras. Alright. We'll go to the front office there. Kevin, are you shooting him?
I thought oh, you mean the guy who I'm fighting with?
Yeah, whose pistol is out now, and you guys are
Yeah.
squaring off with
Yeah, I'll
adjacent
just
to each
try
other.
to shoot him again.
Yep.
I'm just gonna try to shoot him again.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean,
In the
what
chest?
are the chances? I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, just chest.
Okay, take the shot.
Roll marksmanship, please.
That hits, and you'll hit with all 3 rounds. So go ahead and roll 3 damage rolls.
All right, so I hit 3 of these. Click three of these buttons here. 22, 16, and 21.
Very nice.
So
Not bad.
you basically knock the gun away in the last 3 seconds, and then kind of move it in and slam it against his chest. You kind of, ooh! And as you're doing so, the force of hitting him with the rifle is causing you to squeeze the trigger, and you just hear as it just fills him with the bullets. He takes a second and kind of drops the gun and falls off to the side.
Then I would see if he had a card on him.
Yeah, make a perception check though.
Grab it. I would grab it. Perception check. All right. For the people at home, I rolled a 13.
Yeah, you're pretty gun savvy. You see that the pistol that he pulled on you is a pretty rare gun from the 2020s. It's an Arasaka pistol. It's a 9mm. It's effectively a Wonder 9, but it's definitely an older gun.
I would swipe that and put it in my jacket real quick too.
All right. Okay.
A little money.
Back into the security office. You guys said you were moving out. You look outside. You see that Holly's kind of standing close to Red Eye. Red Eye's still locked to the data term, and everyone else is kind of out and about. For the next couple of seconds, it's all going to be data term town. So, yeah, surveillance.
I would want to protect him. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So I am going to see if there's a way that I can loop the security cameras to a point where we aren't killing everything.
And none of this ever happened.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the front office desk is fine. See if I can find something where it's just like the security guards, just like looping, walking through, sitting at the desk, and yada yada.
Sure. You just basically take yesterday's tape and splice this portion of the day in there instead. Go ahead and make an interface check.
All right. Also, I'm going to just toss a luck onto this.
Sure.
No, it needs to go down, not up. So that's 16.
Good enough. Yeah, exactly done. And then with your second action,
Cool.
do you want to move into the last stage of it?
I want to move into the last one.
It's a free one because you've already unlocked the 2-password lock of the system, and you find
Nice.
basically a data file, a very large data file that seems to be all of the files that are tethered to this data fortress. Everything that Landtech is connected to. You see contracts with Militech, you see contracts with Biotechnica, you see contracts with several smaller agencies, a number of shadow files. Most of them have strange icons that appear to be small puppets, and as you start kind of flipping through those really quick, you see that they appear to be contracts with booster gangs or puppet gangs that are effectively being hired by Landtech to stir up the area but work for the company. So they're effectively
Cool.
corpo gangers. But you can easily just, with your third action, you have all the file.
So I can copy those with my third action. And then before I leave, so like another round in here, could I also leave a virus to just start randomly changing words in the contract into French or German?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an
Cool.
interface one on that.
I'm going to also dump another 2 luck into this one
Okay.
for the virus. So
18.
that'll be an 18.
Yep. You're pretty sure your virus is fine, and do you want to cloak your presence leaving this data term so that no one knows that you were here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make one more interface check.
15.
14 was what you needed. Yep. So it's like you were never there, and stuff is going to be slightly messed up. The duration cycle you think is going to be like, it's not going to be everything turns to, a foreign language immediately.
Oh, no. I want to selectively just start changing random words. The first time, no one might even notice. The second time, they realize, wait a second, what is this?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So like one specific word across the board is now this word instead in German. Right?
Well, it's not a specific word, like a couple of select words across the entire border in
Okay.
German, and a couple selector in French,
Got
just
it.
to try to mess with them a little bit.
I got you. All right. Well, that said, you all see Red Eye pop the plugs and kind of, close her deck, pull the goggles off.
Huh. Looks like you guys were having fun out here.
Bing! The elevator has arrived on the first floor.
Let's go.
Should we just pull these bodies in just in case someone actually comes down here or walks in?
I locked the other elevator.
What about the
no
front
one's coming
door?
downstairs, but I didn't see anything for the front door. So yeah, feel free to drag the bloody bodies across the
not
clean,
too
pristine floor to the elevator.
Not too far away, there are still some cops outside of the retail shop, maybe a block or so down the road.
Yeah, just keep him in the security room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, because we have two outside in the
Yeah.
lobby
You guys
on the floor.
take a couple minutes dragging the bodies and tossing them into the security chamber. Then you move to the elevator, get in, and go up. At this point, from your cyber deck, you can control node the elevators, so you can play with them from remote position.
Right.
You guys head up to the elevator. This should put you into a map. Tell me if you see stuff in the top left corner.
Yep.
Yep.
Let me do something here.
I'm still seeing a golden apple. There we go. Yep.
That should put us all there then.
So John, also, I'm going to, from my deck, make it so that once we get off the elevator won't stop on this floor.
Okay.
Like either of them won't be allowed to stop on this floor.
Is there a stairwell?
Hold on a second.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, there's.
Well, I'm asking John. Perfect.
So there does appear to be an exterior staircase, like a fire escape, but no, there is not one on the interior.
Okay. And is there an access point to the exterior fire?
It's to the north of your current position from the schematics that you have. So you would know that going into this situation, just outside, there's going to be a hallway that leads off to more office space. There's going to be a hallway to the left that leads to like a receptionist desk. And that's not 40, by the way. That's going to be my token for Holly. For now.
Okay. I thought that was 40.
There's a hallway that leads to the left to like a reception desk. The receptionist will probably be behind the desk. Also keep in mind that most of the people here, especially the guy that just got scooped out, are just innocent, like, nobodies. So if you want to kill them, sure, but there's really no, like...
It's a tough world.
Fuck them up.
Do not go shoot everyone.
Hey, we didn't say shoot everyone. Some of them we're
There's
going to try to beat to death.
There's no alignment here, right?
Chaotic. We're all chaotic.
This is really bad.
I guess I'm sorry. I guess I just wanted to know if there's a way to sabotage the exit up through the external fire escape.
Sabotage it? Not easily. Not...
Okay. All right, that's fine. Let's not worry about it.
Why are you
So
trying to
might
get
need
our
down
getaway?
there if There's a fire.
Well, we have a control of the elevator.
You
So
don't take an elevator during a fire.
the president's office is on the far east side. It's the middle door of the three doors on the east side. The elevator doors open and exit you out into the hallway. you would know from your schematics that the door across from you leads into an office area for people who kind of focus on land tech business. They're effectively the direct reports that are underneath the president himself. The receptionist will be just around the corner from the elevators to your left. The vice president's office is on the left side, and the boardroom is on the right side. And then the two doors that are next to the office door there are the bathrooms.
I only see 3 doors from my
The 3
position.
doors
Is
you're
that because
seeing
I'm
there,
not...
it'll be in this order from left to right: office, bathroom, bathroom.
Okay.
On the way up, I'd be like, so are we keeping to the shtick about being from Militech to do a security thing?
Nobody
sure.
is. Nobody is. Yeah, no. Mover's covered with blood.
Right.
Security's already been alerted. If there's any security here, they're going to know what's happening.
Hey, they might not be alerted. I did cut the communications.
Is there any way to... Are these doors electronic doors or regular doors?
These doors are
Like,
they're just regular doors.
okay, so Red Eye couldn't block them if he needed to.
No.
Seems like we want to go to the one here, the office.
Well, the office, on the far side of the building, is where the president's located.
Oh, okay. Then that's where we want to go.
The office is where there's probably just a couple of cubicles where his direct reports are.
Got it.
Man, I also
I
feel
guess we should
like
try
my
to
friends Jim and Pam worked in this place.
hmm
Right.
Let's move quietly.
My friend Dwight Schrute worked there.
Lucky is going to not test his luck and stick to middle of the pack
Alright.
as we move out stealthily past the receptionist.
Okay. The receptionist, upon seeing you, kind of looks to you and kind of raises her hands up in the air.
Just go like this.
Lucky winks at her
She says to you,
as I walk past.
"They already know you're coming. Please, don't shoot me. It's just the only job I could pick up. What are you?
Shoot her.
What are you here for?"
We should tell her to go into the office and just be quiet.
Well, who's all here, Toots?
Is that what you tell her?
I mean, I'm suggesting that to the group.
She gets
I think
up
it's
and
good
she
idea.
goes to the office, opens the door, and heads inside.
All right, let's move quickly.
All right, fine.
I'm Moonchild ready, like hugging the wall, like ready to turn around and as we.
Come on, folks, let's
You're
go.
watching your back, you
Alright.
mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch our back and ready to blow away anything that.
Moonchild's a
shows-
shotgun?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Alright.
Atreyu just
Sounds
seemed
good.
like more sleek, pistol-y.
Shaker, so you
Can
see
you-
that
Wait,
the
is
door
the
on the
president's office?
left side of the far wall there is the vice president. The door in the middle is the president's, and the door at the very bottom there is the conference room.
Okay, so this one's the president's.
The one in the middle, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any special tech on the door, or is it a regular door like the others?
Are you scanning it, taking a look?
I would like Red Eye to look at it.
Yeah, I can take the looks.
Are you just gazing out on the outside? Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check, you say? A perception check.
Mm-hmm.
What am I? Someone who can see? It's a 17.
Right. So you would see that it is locked. It appears to be hard locked. Looks like there's a tri-series deadbolt, which basically would be 3 solid deadbolts kind of locking into the door frame. And it looks like that it's been keyed to operate 2 laser batteries that appear to be set up above the door, so that if someone touches the door handle, basically a very hot pulse will shoot down and out from the handle and basically attempt to incinerate whoever that target is.
Do you have
Hey,
access to
Gilbert,
security?
get over here.
Do you have access to security cameras?
A blue gnome comes
Nice.
running from off screen.
Yeah.
I got this, guys.
Don't worry.
Are there security cameras that he has access to?
There do appear to be security cameras on this floor that you passed by
Can
already.
can you have access to? Are there any cameras on the inside of the room that we can see what's in there?
You would need to be back down at the data term to operate the security camera
Yeah.
portion.
Okay. How about the conference room that's nearby? That there's a door to the conference room you said next.
Straight south, yeah.
Why don't we check out that door?
Door doesn't appear to have any hot locks or anything.
It's possible the conference room leads into the president's office.
That's correct.
Eh,
Let's do that.
shot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Over
ask Mover to come with me.
Sure. Do you,
And
Kevin?
do you do it?
Yes, I
The
do,
the,
sorry.
the door to the south, Kevin. One more.
All right, so
You
further,
guys
one
move
more
over to the
south.
door.
All right.
You pop open the door. Inside there is a table that appears to be a very large data term. It looks like it has a mapping of the entirety of the world with a couple of data fortress notations kind of highlighted. It looks like there are interface links at each one of the chairs points, and it looks like the table or the wall farthest from you has one single like narrow window that runs the length of it, and like etched in the glass of the window is the word Lantec.
Ooh, Red Eye, this is you.
There is another door in the room, but the door appears to have a similar hot lock to the hot lock that was on the middle door.
Is the other door leading towards the?
It does appear to be heading
Conference
towards
room.
the top, or it does appear to heading north towards the president's room.
Right.
Are there laser thingies, turrets on the top of that as?
Yeah, it appears to have a hot lock. Yeah, that's what that's called.
But is it possible to shoot those out?
I mean, you can shoot at them all you want. Yeah,
What about disarming?
Do I know
it?
from
Like,
my experience whether that would help?
probably not.
what
Okay.
if somebody knew how to fix things or something? You know, like I mean, like technology-wise, could they disarm it?
If there was a tech here, yeah, that might be a thing that could happen.
Oh yeah.
Damn it! What about a
Yeah.
rock star? Rocker boy, what could they do?
She'd probably argue with it, try and swing her guitar at it, and get shot.
Try to shoot a point blank.
Burn!
Literally.
For
in
sure.
This case, yeah.
Go
Hey,
big or go
How is
home.
construction here in this? Like, is it like steel studs where you could rip off the stuff on the front and back end and it basically fit your way through because it's on 16-inch centers or something? Or
No.
like, what sort of construction is the actual wall? Could we break
Wow.
through it?
The
I was thinking about that
the
though.
wall
You're an
around
engineer.
the wall around the building or around the
Around the conference room.
president's
In the
office,
office.